All right, guys, welcome back for second edition. Second edition, is it?
Third.
For the year.
It's been a long year.
Oh, hasn't it what? It's only,
it is for
it is for Parramatta fans, but
We're joining you.
you've had one loss. Oh, but hang on again. Who's up top of the table? Oh, we'll get into that soon. Enjoy it.
Not for long.
Anyway, join us again tonight. How are you guys?
Good.
Good.
Yeah. Everyone else good?
Yeah.
Good.
Also, the ever beautiful crazy lady. How are you?
I'm alive.
Just.
It's been
Yeah.
a long couple of weeks, but yeah, I'll tell you what, you deserve it. I'll take you on a holiday on Friday, okay?
I booked it.
No, fair enough. Anyway.
She's taking you along.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Corey.
You're
Welcome.
carrying the luggage.
And you was there for something.
Welcome, everyone.
How are you?
Gary Well.
So was it Corey or Boat Boy?
What would you like to call me, mate?
Boat Boy's fitting, considering
Yeah.
that's where we're going.
Boat boy Corey.
Call me P&O.
No, thanks.
It's Royal Caribbean, actually.
Is it? Oh,
Give him a plug anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, we could do a live show on the World Caribbean next year. That'd be nice.
He'll get on. Boat boy will get on there. And thanks for P&O for this.
Anyway, down the end, Courtney again tonight. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
How are you? Because you're always asking us how we are. How are you?
Yeah.
He's good because he's married to the crazy lady.
Yeah, well,
well.
this is true, isn't it?
That's
No,
just facts.
Literally crazy.
It's well, like it's been just I know the show's only been going 3 weeks, but it's been a big off season as well, doing what we have to do with the foundation as well, work, everything combined. So yeah, we are off. The show will go on, but it'll be without me and the myself and the crazy lady for 2 weeks.
Yeah, quick show.
We're on Operation Fish.
Is this where Adam inserts that Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On song?
We're going to bring Fisher Harris home.
You wish.
Yeah, I know. But anyway. Yeah. So, well, let's move on. But join us in the Smita Lounge tonight. The Smita Foundation Lounge is a good friend of the show. Mark, how are you, buddy?
Ah, good. Thanks for having me on board.
Ah, good, mate. Welcome. Yeah. And obviously a Knight supporter.
One and only for the last 35 years or so.
Who's your favourite player?
Of all nights or
Current.
current, probably, well, Ponga's the easy choice, but we've got a good forward pack at the moment. They're starting to find some space, so sort of floats between who's playing best at the time.
Well, welcome, mate. We won't throw you under the bus too much, but welcome to the show, and we'll get stuck into it. And Kylie, the NRL news.
Brought to you by Hip Pocket Workwear. Dylan Brown says his decision to leave the Eels was not based on money. Money has never really been a thing for me. It's the 10 years security, he said.
Oh, shit.
It's got to be a bit of both. And
He's sick of winning spoons.
Just wants to come to the winning side.
Keep it up, Gil.
I mean, you can't blame him. Like, I'm not going to get too much on it because I'm still a little bit. I'll get into a bit later on, a little bit peed on the whole situation. But not at him personally. You're only a football player for so long. If someone's going to throw that kind of money at you, you'd be stupid.
You'd take
Take it and run.
Even if Nathan Cleary at the Panthers was offered that kind of, well, more than that, because he's already on that, but or around that, but a massive pay jump like that, even he would be tempted to leave the Panthers to go somewhere else. So that kind of money.
Exactly.
He'd have to take his dad with him.
Well, true.
Because I reckon whatever they're getting paid, they're sharing it.
So does that mean everywhere the podcast goes, we've got to take our dad?
Of course.
But yeah, you can't blame the bloke. You're only a football player for so long, and let's be real, that's an astronomical amount of money. And you'd think the Knights would learn from Jason Taumalolo about the 10-year contracts.
I keep saying 2 years max.
Any clauses in that contract?
No, I don't think there is.
No.
It's just
Except his income will go, his salary will go up if the salary cap goes up.
the
What
problem.
happens if he doesn't perform like he's doing at Parramatta at the moment? He's
Literally.
getting all this money for nothing.
That's
right.
my point.
Yeah,
Yep.
Unreal.
you'd know about underperforming. Being a Dragons fan.
yeah, well, they choked last week.
But he's not a one-man team.
No, that's the thing too. And I get, They go, oh yeah, but he's going to combine with Ponga. There, that's cool. But what happens if they combine in the injury
the
bin together?
sidelines.
Yeah, like if both of them go down in say one's round 2, one's round 6 or whatever, and they're out for the season, we're screwed.
Sucks to be you.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Reportedly, Selwyn Cobbo will re-sign a short extension with the Broncos before moving to the Papua New Guinea expansion side as a marquee recruit in 2028.
Tax free.
Latrell Mitchell's mother has gone public and urged rugby league fans to lay off with the constant attacks. I'm just sick and tired of these cowards and the way they attack my son and make his life a constant misery, said his mother, Patricia Goolagong. And I don't blame her. Like, I'd be the
I
same.
understand that, but my point is, she's just made it worse.
Yeah.
Because of the trolls out there, they're going to go, ha, mummy's boy, yeah, all this. She's just fueled the fire. I get what she's saying, and they need to lay off the whole mental health stuff. You don't know what people are going through. Mm-hmm. But she's just made it worse. To be honest, that's my opinion.
Yep.
Oh, no, I 100% agree with it. Yeah.
Hey, Mark?
We'd all do the same. We'd all go in and fight to protect our kids, but
Yeah.
100%.
it's one of those things that, yeah,
Been-
where's it going to lead?
Been in the media and everything.
Oh, 100% agree. Like, if that was my kid, I'd probably do the same. But the problem is, you have these, I say cowards behind a keyboard. They're going to go, oh, hey, fuel the fire with that one and just make it worse. I'm not saying against her, but I just think it's...
Yeah, there's a right
Excuse
way and a
me.
wrong way to do it. And she's probably,
Hope it actually,
acted and then thought.
hope it actually works. Not go the opposite.
I haven't seen anything of late, to be honest. I'm not saying it hasn't, but
Because he hasn't been playing.
yeah, hopefully it... I just find a very coward act, eh? Like, if you're going to hide behind a keyboard...
Well, he's got plenty to say on a keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. You see some shocking comments sometimes, I think.
100%. I won't say names, but there's a certain Knights player that we know that played at another club that got death threats. Like, are you serious?
It's a game.
Yeah.
100%. Like, come on.
Like, people don't think before they write these comments, they don't realise the
The impact.
impact it can
Mental
have
health.
on people. 100%. Like,
And that's someone's son. Is that someone's father, or that's someone's brother, or now it's someone's mother or sister
Yeah.
with the...
takes 10 seconds to write a shit comment, but, takes no time to just not say nothing at all.
Like, we take the piss out of each other.
Yeah.
We all do. But we all are mates, and we all make sure we check on each other. It's nothing personal like that.
Friendly banter. There's a difference between that and flat out bullying. These comments are just out of
Quite
control.
not allowed to say shit on this program.
The Knights have signed Las Vegas winner Marcus Diaco on a train and trial deal worth $1,200 a week.
Well, that was a cheapie. Who did he play with? Interesting.
Never heard of him.
Oh, maybe that's why he's only worth $1,200. No offense.
Appy Coruscant says he definitely wants the Tigers to pursue Taylor May. He works out in the backfield, and you need that from your wingers these days, and he's that quick, said Appy.
100%. And I'll tell you, two other wingers come to mind. Ryan Tuttle and our man, Marju Magic. And I mean, you imagine, okay, even as a centre, imagine him at Newcastle, you got Marju on one wing, Bradman Best and him in the centres. Hello, Skippy. Well, that's pretty...
But then, like you said, Kalen goes down and so does Dylan Brown. And okay, next.
Willie Mason has urged Victor Radley to take at least a month off after his recent concussion. He should miss more than 1 week. That's why I'm against HIA shit. I don't care. That was like getting hit by Mike Tyson, said Willie.
I like Willie.
Says what he says.
I bet
doesn't
you
he?
do too.
No, I like Tongue. Alan Tongue.
But Willie, like you watch his program with what's it called with old mate?
James Graham? No.
No, the Kiwi fella. I forget.
Oh, Rennie Matua. Is it Rennie Matua?
No. Anyway,
Right,
it'll come to me.
Right.
But he just says it how it is, and he's not care. He'll swear or he'll whatever. He's just Willie Mason. He just says it how it is. Do you remember the podcast?
No, I just think of his commentary when he was
Mic'd up.
on field, yeah. And again, same thing. He tells it straight. to anyone that will or won't listen.
And well, Tyson Gamble knows all about that, doesn't he?
The Storm are reportedly set to open extension talks with Tyrone Wishart and plan to re-sign him before he becomes available on November 1 this year.
Yes,
Silly
silly if
Frito.
they didn't.
Absolutely.
Jinx.
Yeah.
Todd Payton says he's dropped Jeremiah Nanai to Queensland Cup to allow him to improve his defence. Jeremiah is an elite attacking player and he needs to improve some defensive parts of his game, said Todd.
It's not just one cowboy.
I say, what about the other 12?
Yeah.
I mean,
Team effort.
That could have been a Parramatta piece too. In they forgot how to tackle.
that'll come up later in the piece.
No doubt.
Filiami Kikau requires injections into his spine due to a bulging disc. He is hopeful of managing the pain throughout this season and avoiding surgery. And now he's got a moderate MCL sprain and is expected to miss about 5 weeks.
Which is a bit more than Burton's
Yes.
injury.
I had the same disc problem. And I can still remember that now. I think they don't do it like that now, but this is what, 15, 16 year ago. And they used to have a big needle at the x-ray place in Newcastle come down on an arm. And the lady goes, now don't look. So obviously I turn around, there's this needle about that long and go in me back. Oh, yeah, no, I don't miss them. But how he's playing with just, yeah, it's pretty, yeah, I probably wouldn't, to be honest. Like, that's a pretty,
Do
your
more
back.
damage.
How long would surgery require him to be off?
If
I'm not sure because I used to major in other fields when I was a doctor.
What about you, Dr. Corey?
But for me, well, if they were to have a disc, probably maybe a month or so.
So
I'm
he's
guessing.
probably better off going in for surgery now.
depending-
Asking him for, he just shaves them for surgery.
Is that all he does?
He's in
Don't
the
do
know.
it. Do not do that. Thank you.
Smile if you do. Thanks.
Des Hasler believes his new halves pairing of AJ Brimson and Jaden Campbell are more suited to the modern game. The rules and how much the game has changed with the 6 agains and the appetite for attack and repeat attack, he added, as the reasons they will thrive.
I was impressed with, I know they lost and they were getting beaten comfortably at one stage, but I was still impressed with Jaden Campbell at half, to be honest. I thought, and some of his kicks, his kicking game was pretty good. Yeah, so that's another halves pairing I'm going to take a close look at and see how they go.
Keep an eye on him.
Still got Kieran Foran to come back too.
Well, that's the thing. Where do you throw Kieran for him when he comes back in? Because, yeah, one would have to go to 14. But that key word is injuries. There will be injuries. You know, that's just the nature of the game.
The Roosters are reportedly prepared to make a massive play to sign Kalen Ponga when his current deal expires at the end of 2027. Here we go.
How much money have they got, the Roosters?
They got some now.
Unlimited. But the thing is, Kalen's also going to Union, isn't he?
Yeah.
So how's he going to do both?
He's pretty clever. So,
I mean,
The Roosters have got an unlimited checkbook though, so
I wouldn't rule it out. I'm not saying he's going to, but I mean, if he comes towards the end of his career, so to speak, and Uncle Nick comes and says, look, I'll triple your pay that you're going to get, that's another one you can't really blame him. They're only a footballer for so long.
Someone's got to replace Teddy soon.
It's
and if he's got Dylan there, how'd you do it, Dylan? Give me a few pointers on how to get more money. Well, you do this, Kalen. Well, off he goes.
It's, you know, I'm not saying it's going to, and I'm not saying it's not, but I wouldn't rule it out. Like anything, it's just shown with Dylan Brown. Anything's possible in rugby league.
Yep.
Mark,
It's the same thing, right? You've got to look after your family first, and the days of one player or one club players are gone. There is that allegiance, but money talks and makes people walk everywhere.
but that's the thing too. They talk about player loyalty and that. Got to also look at club loyalty. Where's the club loyalty? You know, there's been so many players pushed out of clubs when they're prime example, Guffer. He was Parramatta to, you know,
Man.
he's pushed out.
Scrum gone from worst to bad.
No, I think he's probably been our best player, actually.
No, I'm talking about the team.
Oh, yeah. Well,
So my point is, like, you can't blame players these days. Like,
It's a business.
yeah.
Before it
It's-
used to be, for the heart.
There is one Knights player that comes to mind that I don't think, well, has took significant pay cuts to stay when he had offers from other clubs. Brady Jones. But there's a very
It's getting a thin line now. I
thin
reckon.
line of it, yeah.
My favourite loyal player of recent times would have to be Nathan Hindmarsh. Love the bloke.
Yep.
Yeah, flop. But in saying that too, Fisher Harris, if it wasn't for family reasons,
It's just what Mark said.
yeah, he wouldn't have gone back to the Warriors. He would have beat Penrith.
That was a huge shock.
And I know he's got a Warriors jersey on, and
Doesn't look right.
he says he's Warriors, yeah. But under that Warriors jersey
He's
is
still
Penrith blood.
Yep.
You know, that's what built the bloke, and you know, good on him. I hope he goes through. But you know, the point was there. If it wasn't for family, he would have stayed loyal to Penrith.
without a doubt.
Yeah.
The Knights have reportedly granted Sebastian Suar an immediate release to join the Dolphins a year ahead of schedule.
Gone.
That's what we're talking about. You signed a contract that's supposed to be. No,
Knights need money.
but I'm saying they signed it. Yep. Oh no, I'm going. See ya.
If both parties agree. I've got no dramas if both parties agree. If, you know, they both say, look,
Why don't they sit and look at it first before they do anything? The contract. That's it.
Money talks.
No.
that's the
Wait till
problem.
your contract's finished.
I
Then
get what
start
you mean, but I absolutely agree. You know, why have a contract if you're not going to stick by it
Exactly.
and do, you know, and then turn around and
Yep.
renege
Hence
on
why I
it.
keep saying 2 years. If you don't like it,
2 years is a good time. You can
That-
re-sign.
I agree with you because a lot could happen in 2 years. But the only problem is the Roosters go, holy good hell, this bloke's good. His contract's up in 2 years. We're going to throw you a lot of money.
But that's good for other players as well. You know, you got all these players on top money. There's potential there for
Okay.
these bottom ones coming up.
Prime
to
example.
be up there.
Will Price. I was going to get into it later. I will get into it a little bit more later, but Will Price. We'll lose him because the likes of the Roosters will come sniffing. And I'll get into more later, but just remember that.
Leo Thompson has suffered an MCL injury on Thursday night against the Dolphins. He's expected to miss up to 4 weeks.
Confirmed last night, 4 weeks.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I spoke to him last night, actually.
Just checking.
Yeah, no, I'm all right. As long as it's not anymore, but because it's his last year with us. But I tell you what, Tyrone's a big lump of a lad too, isn't he?
He was standing in the tunnel on Thursday night and we were going, who was it that goes, which one's that?
I looked at him and went,
Because you couldn't see the tattoos.
and they were hard to, because he was
He had a
back a
long
bit.
sleeve shirt on.
And I went, is that Leo or Tyrone? And one of the Knights officials goes, it's Tyrone, he's a bit beefier. I went, yeah, good point, he is too. But you couldn't, from the distance, they looked spitting image.
an
Eh?
image.
So, to be honest,
Doppelgangers.
De Blanger?
yeah, the blanger.
The
The
black.
blanger.
Yeah, that word.
Isn't that your stage name? De Blanger?
The blank.
Blanche de Blanger. But anyway, yeah.
Which was my mother's name.
Oh, was it? I hope,
Was she a Golden Girl?
No. Was to me.
Thank you for being a
Bless you,
friend.
from what I've seen of Tyrone, he's only had it short. But I think he can be pretty good. I hope we lock him up, to be honest.
Losing one, get one.
Yeah. Moving on.
Josh Schuster is reportedly nearing the final stages of his recovery from a calf injury and is expected to return within the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, not interested. No, I'm not. He just, to me, comes across as arrogant.
Might not be, but that's what it looks like.
That's random.
Yeah. I think he's had a bit like another player I know, goes to every club and just has issues.
The Bulldogs have reportedly re-signed Kurt Mann on a 1-year extension, securing him until the end of 2026.
Sorry?
Not reportedly. It happened,
It
didn't
happened,
it?
yeah. Is there a better 14 in the game than Kurt Mann?
Should have never let him go.
Oh,
Excuse me.
no. Like, I don't get what the Knights management to go, no, we'll get rid of him. Why would you? Okay, we have an issue with halves going down, with all these halves issues at the moment. You slot man in at halfback with Fletcher Sharp. Hello, Skippy. Like, come on. Imagine that combination. That'd be pretty good. Like, look at the Dogs. I watched the Dogs game the other day when Burton went down. And Crichton went to 5'8", and Sexton went halfback. I was yelling at TV, wasn't I? I said, no. Like, put man there, because then they put a second rower into the centres to cover, and the Titans found him out. And I was saying to Kylie, I was yelling at TV again, to put Kurt Mann into 5'8" or half and then put Critter back. They did. The defence changed again, and bang, blow me dead, Kurt goes straight over. I just don't understand why we ever let him go. I know he's a good friend of ours and a favourite, but you have a look at the bloke. Every week he's got a heart bigger than Farlow, and he hits hard, but he's not a big boy. And have a look at his eye.
Yeah, see the bloodshot.
And yeah, to be honest, I honestly hope within the next 2 years the Bulldogs win a premiership.
We're not done yet.
No, I do, because
Yes, how are you?
I know.
no, because Kurt signed for 2 years. I think after that he'll go to England. I think that bloke deserves a premiership. That's just my opinion.
I'm talking about contracts and that. Why didn't they sign him for 2 years?
He
You know
may
what I mean?
only want one.
True.
As I
Okay.
said, I think he'll go to England.
More money.
Well,
Twilight.
What was that?
Twilight of your career.
Yeah.
Finish. It's a little bit easier comp.
well, even I've spoke to him about this before, and that's what he's indicated. I thought this year might have been his last, but yeah,
Let's get him on again.
he is. Yeah,
Kai Pearce-Paul has been charged with a grade 2 shoulder charge, and he will miss 2 games.
I thought that was pretty. I know he's had previous offence, but it wasn't much. Like, come on, are we playing marbles or are we playing football?
The NRL is set to re-engage with the Western Australian government on creating a Perth-based side. It is understood a decision is expected within the next 2 months.
100%. They have a lot of people over there pushing for. But bring back the Western Reds. Anyone agree?
Yep.
Western Reds? Old Reds, remember the. What was that one?
Everything apart from AFL has failed over there. And cricket.
Well. But
Rugby union died. Rugby league died.
but is it a case of not run by the right people? Because apparently, like our editor, Adam, how are you, Sasquatch, saying that there's so many people over there demanding and wanting a NRL team, it's ridiculous. So, and how could it be the National Rugby League if we don't have a team there?
Exactly.
I just can't believe they didn't merge with the Bears, or they didn't get it going.
The Storm have officially re-signed Josh King on a 2-year extension, securing him until at least the end of 2027.
Best move Kingy ever did was go down there and become a lot better player.
Souths have confirmed the signing of Michaeli Ravalawa
That'll do. Actually, that's quite good.
for the 2025 season. He will return to the Dragons for 2026.
That is a very bizarre. Is it because they're down on troops?
I read somewhere that if he can get the contract, he can go. But yeah,
Okay.
Manly are reportedly set to offer DCE a 2-year extension on a reduced amount. It is understood another club can plan to offer 2 years on a larger amount.
Interesting, because he's playing some good football.
I'm getting in trouble because I missed one. The Dragons have signed David Clemmer for the rest of 2025.
Good on Clem. Good on Clem, dog. I like Clem. I tell you what, seriously, I'll go back to it again. One of my most memorable moments of football is when Clemmer got a standing ovation for getting 10 in the bin. Now, have you ever seen that again?
No.
Like, that was... Will there. Were you there that game?
no.
But you happen to be there? Did you get, like, goosebumps on your... Like,
It's always a good feeling for I mean, they did the wrong thing, but the crowd gets behind it.
Yeah,
The
but
whole
how good
team
was it?
lifts, and it just
Like, you know,
feels good.
it was great. Like,
Even now.
yeah, see, there you go. It's something that I'll never forget. Like, it's things in rugby league stand out, and you enjoy it. And yeah, and was you know, I still got his last ever Knights jersey. So good on the Clem.
I think Clem will do a good job for the Dragons.
I do too.
Because a lot of our forwards are not going forward, like they're getting pushed back.
The problem was at the Tigers, they changed his game. Instead of letting him just play up the middle football like he does, they wanted him to become a ball playing forward, so to speak, and stop and pass. And if it's not broken, don't fix it. It's like asking James Fisher Harris to become a ball player. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah. Flanagan said he'll get the best out of him, so I hope he does.
He will. He will.
It's reported none of Jackson Topani's former teammates are willing to give evidence in court. It's also reported the Bulldogs will pursue him for reimbursement of their legal fees if his case is unsuccessful.
Ooh.
Bad management decision.
Interesting.
The Roosters will reportedly give Brandon Smith an early release to South if they offer a transfer fee.
All right, the Eels should have went after him.
Yep.
Scans have confirmed a low-grade groin strain for Dylan Edwards. He's set to miss 2 to 3 weeks.
That's all right. He will come good.
Mitch Moses' recovery from his foot injury is going slower than the Eels expected. It's taking its time. It doesn't get much blood flow down there. Hopefully it's another 5 to 6 weeks, said Mitch.
That is his foot we're talking about, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
Blood flow?
I worked with his uncle, and he was telling me, he said in the off season, everything was perfect.
Yeah.
He started playing and it buggered it up.
Lachlan Huber has submitted an early guilty plea to his Grade 2 crusher charge. He has been suspended for 2 games and is now rubbed out as a chance for Dally M Rookie of the Year.
Oh, that's pretty harsh, eh? Especially a crusher or hip drop. Hip drops are the worst because I still don't agree with the. I know they're trying to rub it out, but physics. When you're tackling and your body just swings with the, you can't stop it. Like some of these people are making these rules. Have they ever played the game?
Never.
Yeah, keep going because
Even with the crusher tackle, like some of them back into the tackler, and as they go over, and like he's rubbed out of being Rookie of the Year. Like have like one cross against your name if you're sort of available for it, or something like that.
Deduct him so many points.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Matt Burton has a low-grade MCL strain. He's expected to miss 2 to 4 weeks.
Interesting.
The NRL has issued Hudson Young and Morgan Smythes a breach notice. Allegedly, they brought the game into disrepute in Las Vegas. Both players will have time to respond before their punishment becomes public.
I don't agree with it. I don't think they did much wrong.
I'm not sure what.
It was two
They-
mates having fun.
They got drunk,
They had
they
a
went
pillow
back and
fight.
wrestled.
They had a pillow fight.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't someone else get in trouble for that recently? Was it Corey? No, was it?
Yeah, I get in trouble all the
I
time.
don't know.
No, old mate for the Broncos.
No, that was biting pillows, not.
What? I know. Didn't Adam Reynolds have a scuffle?
That's him?
Yeah,
That's him.
But
with
the-
Bruce Walsh.
My point is, I don't know. Has anyone got anything to do with the Roosters for what caught their eye?
I can't remember.
I don't want to spoil that.
One young bloke.
No, okay, I'll say it. The Roosters officials, okay? They went and approached the referee
Yep.
and got what? Nothing.
Not even a slap in the
What's his name? Nick Politis and Mark
Boris.
Boris both approached an official. Got nothing. You haven't heard shit from it after that. They have a pillow fight and they brought the game in disrepute.
Didn't the Warriors assistant coach, or not the assistant, someone,
yeah.
Richard Egan, get done? I don't know what was
Yeah.
that, something in Vegas as well?
He got fined too, didn't
Yeah.
he? So what makes these Roosters? I rest my case.
Maybe they handed a couple of brown paper bags.
But that's the problem, mate. Like, because of the Roosters and they've got money, I think they can do what they want. And this is why these Muppets run the NRL need to go. It's time to go. Time to get someone in there that's not going to take the shit, and every club is the same,
All equal terms.
except for the Knights. If I get in, they'll get an easy draw.
That's a given, isn't it?
No, but it is. It's come on. Like the two players had a pillow fight. They're in trouble. Two of blokes that got money think their shit don't stink. Go to and abuse an official. What's brought the game more disrepute?
On the field, you get sent off, don't you? If you're to an official.
Anyway,
And that concludes that.
well, that was some good NRL news, and we might take a short break and be back shortly. Alright guys, welcome back. It's that time of night again. It's time for Gazbag.
Gazbag is brought to you by Next Level Takeaway.
Yeah, we're going to have some of that on soon too.
Good. But if we didn't have it on, I'm starving. Were the Penrith Panthers bad or the Roosters good? Anyone put any money on the Roosters when they were paying $11?
I wish
Josh
I did.
Baker.
I actually commented in at the start of the game. I'm like, they're paying $11. I should have chucked a lazy $50 on it.
50, where'd
And
you
I'm
go
like,
from?
no, we'll win. Yeah, righto.
I wish I did. I was watching it. I was going, oh,
I don't
$10, $110.
I don't think the Roosters played that good. I mean, they played okay, but I also think the Panthers played probably their worst game they've played in a long time.
Very slippy.
Defensively fell off tackles, dropped balls.
They dropped more balls than the Mardi Gras.
Did you hear that the with the
one of the
Roosters? Apparently, it was the lower grade was playing within the group. I don't know if it was at the Roosters.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lower grade, and I think they actually played. They picked up their game from previous weeks. So I think they did pretty good. Panthers were just off.
They were off, and you don't see that very
Yeah,
often.
no.
Maybe the Panthers should have put their lower grades in
Yeah,
like
well,
the other week against Manly.
For a team that were off and still score 32 points.
Maybe they dropped their game a little bit just so people could win on that multi of that $11.
We're about to get slaughtered on Thursday night.
Oh, you never know. Mark,
Yeah, I was going to say, in saying that, they're $3.30 to win next week.
Yeah.
It's Storm, which are $1 and not much.
Yeah.
There must be something happening behind the scenes with the Panthers.
Well, isn't Dylan Edwards off now?
yes,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
is. But in saying that too, Ivan Cleary, does he have? You know, his teams doesn't lose too many in a row.
But neither does the Storm.
Well, this is true.
It's a hard game to pick, isn't it?
Grand
Yep.
final
But
replay.
if you're going to have your injuries and your off games, have them at the start of the season.
Yeah.
Get them out the way.
Yep.
You don't have to keep trying to make me feel better.
Oh, that,
I'll get over it.
no, but realistically, like, you know, like we've got a couple of injuries with the Knights too, and I'm like, yeah, cool. Let's get them out of the way. It's, you know, we're still.
Get them better, get them back on the park.
That's right. You know.
Salary cap hurts. That's the whole ball of it.
Number 2 is from Trish. If a player stays down milking a penalty, what are your thoughts on the player having to go off for 5 minutes to be assessed?
100%.
Yeah.
And
Right,
fine them.
players
If
trying to
it's
get a penalty.
if it's like Pappenhausen the other week, fine them. Fine them.
Won't
Yeah.
finish.
Because that was damn right
Happened with
ridiculous.
happened with Para too. They went down.
Which time?
Hey,
Which time? Which time?
all the game. Yeah, he went down.
Pappenhausen,
No, this was
Para.
in the Para game.
just
Yeah.
gone hard.
And
Worse
got
acting
up,
than
started
run
running. He's
away.
going.
Yeah, no.
So annoying.
So they need to be fined. And that fine will go to a junior roots or a foundation like Smita Foundation or something.
I'll go for the second.
Yeah.
What's the difference between them getting a penalty or getting into trouble for milking time at the end,
Yeah, well,
as
that
opposed
too.
to, faking an injury?
Same thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Milking it.
exactly.
Yep.
And like realistically, what's it teach the young kids out there?
Yeah. If you want to
Well,
do
if, he,
acting,
if he wants to take a dive, he may as well go and play soccer.
True.
Or if he wants to milk, go back to the dairy.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah, that was blatantly.
That one was shocking.
Yeah, was it? Yeah, I'm not going to say it. I'll move on.
Number 3 is from Blake Thomas. How can the Titans go through so many coaches, players, and management changes and still have the same consistent problems for 20 years? Still can't defend.
That's not a bad question, I must admit. I'll just say it's round 2. That's all I've got. Hopefully things will change.
Round 2, 20 years later.
Some teams have just got to sit around the bottom, I guess.
Last time
Yeah,
they made the finals was in 2010 from memory.
But in saying that
Wow.
too, last week in patches they played pretty good.
Well, their backs are great. I like that. Kinney, Pereira, Kelly. Like there's some good backs there.
And what's old mate we let go? Swap for Marju?
Oh,
Chris Randall. He's on the bench. I mean, that bloke will tackle everything but the referee. Things could change, him. Things will change.
He was just saying, in the next 20 years, if I'm still here in 20 years and I'm reading that out, I'll be, hey, I'll
What's
be
different?
90.
What's different to now?
It'd be called the Geriatrics podcast.
True.
Tony Gibroy, it's you're going on a long road trip. Which 4 players are you taking with you? Can be current or ex.
All right, we'll start with you guys.
Oh, give me a break. I just read it.
Yeah,
no,
I'm not prepared for this.
Go on.
Oh, God.
See, it's hard, isn't it?
It is. You got me on the spot.
I reckon I know Corey's.
Go someone else first. Let me
Ian
have a think.
Roberts, Zach Lomax.
I've got
close?
2.
Not even far. Not even anywhere close.
You don't like Lomax anymore.
No, I still like him. So.
He's
All right, mine
doing
would be
shocking in the Eels at the moment, though.
Paul Harrigan. He was my hero growing up. I'd have to go Leo Thompson. Oh, can I extend it to 5?
Yeah, why not?
Are you
still
taking a
thinking.
minivan?
David Clemmer, Spencer Leniu.
No, I'm taking James Fisher Harris. So that's what's that? 3.
Put one in the boot.
And I'm taking Kurt Mann because he's such a good bloke. And I've got to take Brady Jones along too because he's a country boy too. And if we get lost, he can get us out of the trouble. But no, Broads is a good bloke. I'd be happy with that.
I'd take Nathan Hindmarsh, Brian To'o for the funny factor,
yeah.
Brandon Smith because he's funny too, and Paul Gallen because I think he's a good bloke.
Yeah, true. Can I throw Marju in the boot?
Just take the
Why-
boat.
why-
Take a bus, not
I say a
car.
bus.
Yeah.
But there's so many actually I
Take the
like.
whole team.
Like Marju, he's like To'o too. Like imagine them pair on a bus on a road trip.
You wouldn't need a radio.
It'd be hilarious.
They'd sing.
Gary, other than Guffo,
No. Mitch Moses,
Mitch Moses and Mitch Moses.
Heine, Brett Kenny, and Eric Groth Sr.
I see how it is. I see how it is. All Parramatta players.
Yeah, but
What's wrong with your eyesight, is it?
is that when they're
Yes.
driving down Oxford Street? Like
Yeah.
that? Fair enough. Mark. Oh, jeez.
You put on the spot.
Probably Willie Mason, because I think that'll be one, he can carry bags, and 2,
So
it'd
can
be
his
pretty,
brother.
it'd be pretty funny. Yeah, then maybe like a Sterlo, if we go back in time. Talks well, would have a lot of stories from going back.
True.
Andrew Johns would be fun, but that's many different reasons.
Yeah.
Carries in his back pocket.
Yeah, you need someone along for entertainment, and yeah, I'm not even sure who else.
Cameron Munster, he could bring some bags.
So Josh had
Maybe
a
like a Stacey Jones or someone like that.
Yeah, Stacey.
I've got a soft spot for the Warriors.
Yeah, nice.
So a little bit of mine was a Kiwi connection too. I've got a Kiwi.
What, you like sheep?
Don't you?
Nope.
You're going to find yourself a Kiwi woman over there.
No, you just have to start selling fish and chips, love.
And you're in.
Or
You're
you
right.
could cook your own eggs.
Well, actually, funny story. We've got to wear a white shirt on the cruise. There's a white night. Everyone that knows me knows I don't wear white. Closest thing I've got to white's a Kiwis jersey, so in the bag it goes.
Oh, it's got white on it.
Yeah,
They weren't Pacific enough.
that's it. It's close. I'm going to get the white.
I see what you did there.
Ah. You still haven't got it, have you?
what?
Yeah, see, for that.
Lomax.
No, I've actually got for my all-time favourite player for St George is Brad Mackay.
Oh, Brad Mackay, yeah.
Another one that I used to love watching going around was Ricky Walford
Oh, Ricky Wolf.
and James Graham. I like,
Oh, yeah.
No, your boot's full.
No, I've got a minibus because
you've
I
got
can
your
put him
boat
to
up.
play for NASCAR.
'Cause
It says Paul.
I love the way, like, I just like listening to his podcasts and his stories and stuff like that he does. And my other one would be probably,
Roberts.
no, Ricky Stewart.
Ricky Stewart.
Oh, he'd go off. Good road rage.
Yeah, but if
You get fined a lot.
you've kicked the chair out from underneath you.
Oh, he'd have some stories.
I tell you what, bud, that is a bloody good question. I like them questions where, yeah.
We haven't finished it.
Courtney.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm just right.
You're filling in whilst you're still thinking. Wait for the crickets.
It's a hard question. It is.
There's so
Yeah.
many you could have.
I would probably have Bradman Best in the front seat because he seems like a bit of a quiet bloke. Plus, he's good to look at. Personally.
You agree with that?
Oh, hands down.
Hands down.
Hands or fans?
It's the best.
Boat, down the boat ramp.
I reckon Matty Johns, he'd just be a ripper in the car. He'd be funny as. Probably Batty as well. Batty, you'd have some good yarns. Same as
You'd
Sterlo.
have some good answers, Patty.
Oh, yeah.
Stop it.
I don't really know.
Fletcher and Heine. Imagine if it was just an empire.
Yeah.
There's so many. Imagine.
Just all the players caught with a bag. That'd be a fun trip.
No one picked any females.
Oh,
Well,
Dean would have
they
Elsie.
wouldn't.
Dean would have Elsie Albert.
Yeah, we need
Elsie
we
Albert.
need a bodyguard. Elsie Albert.
Oh, I forgot about her.
Yeah, Parramatta.
Oh, I'll take it. Well, that's the case. I'll
I'm
have
going
Emma.
5.
I've got Emma.
You can have Emma. I'll have Elsie.
Yeah,
She'll be on 3 road trips then.
but imagine. Okay, imagine all these different road trips. Imagine like how much fun you could have and the stories.
The players would have you at the cop shop getting AVOs.
True. But that was a bloody damn good question.
That
I'll tell
was a
you
good
what.
question.
That was from Tony
Made me
Gibb.
think, and that was hard. It hurt.
Our last one.
Wasn't that a BG?
What a
Tony
BJ.
Gibb? Barry Gibb.
Isn't that
What was his brother's
Tony
name?
Gibb.
There's a Barry and a...
Andy. Andy was on commit suicide.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
right.
thought you said something else.
BJ's?
No, isn't that a BJ?
No.
The 5th one is from Mick Mortimer. What has been the biggest surprise for you in the first 2 rounds so far?
To be honest, Knights up top of the ladder.
That's a surprise.
Well, realistically, I didn't think it would be up there. What, we're second, aren't we?
fourth?
Fourth? Well, equal.
Yeah.
We were outright first on Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it while it lasted.
Damn weekend. We could have just stopped it there and Penrith would have been happy.
Mine's Canberra.
Yeah. Canberra.
'Cause everyone's- They played well, beat the Warriors. Then we expected to beat the Broncos.
I'll tell you one thing I actually am surprised at. The amount of inconsistent play the balls.
Yes.
You know, everyone knows about off-season. They're going to cut down hard, and they still do it. Oh, look at that knucklehead that played it sideways the other day. Was it for
That's it.
Parramatta? Was it Parramatta?
No.
It was one of them incorrectly and sideways.
Well, Dolphins did it 3
Was it? I
times on
was going
Friday.
to say Dolphins, wasn't it?
Dolphins did it 3 times on Thursday night.
Yeah, the same
Might
guy.
have been.
Yeah.
Kafusi. It was in front of.
No, another guy done it 3 times. 2 or 3 times.
You know why? Because he doesn't have that cul-de-sac or
I
whatever
was
it
going
is.
to say that last week. Can we talk about that?
The cul-de-sac? Yeah,
Go
certainly.
is with the hair. I
It's
watched,
gone.
I watched the game. I thought, thank God. That was shocking.
We love a good cul-de-sac here, don't we? Like,
I think he played better when he had it.
Oh,
I reckon out there,
aerodynamic.
those that don't know, we want to give Corey a cul-de-sac haircut.
You want to give Corey a cul-de-sac, not
Yeah,
me.
Yeah.
The bidding
Cold
was.
sack.
I reckon we could on the live show for a fundraiser. We could get the
See how many people
Hang on.
ride in and
Can I bleach it?
hang on,
again?
hang on.
Here we go
A
again.
bloke at work hit me up again today and said that he'd pay for your eyebrows to be done
That's still going to happen.
and the ginger cats.
What, shaved off?
Yes,
That was on a 1.
yeah, one each. Go on.
Yeah.
just one eyebrow.
The ginger cat, it wouldn't matter because you can't see him anyway, can you?
Now Corey's thinking twice about it now. You see mine.
Just do what my auntie does and draw them on.
I'll draw them back on.
Draw his eyes on while you're there.
I'll tell you what, get some glue and I'll get a caterpillar and put it back on.
Those moustaches that you get.
I'll have Mal Meninga, some of Mal Meninga's
Hang on.
eyebrushes.
I know we're going off on a tangent here,
You
but
think?
As we do.
remember when I won a bet and I made him and someone else get face painted? They didn't know what they got face painted.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yes,
remember,
yes.
I didn't see what happened.
Yes, where's Wally?
They were at the Knights game. And remember, Mr. Potato had. Oh no, what is it? Remember the fake glasses and the moustache and that. They had him and Chris painted up like that. And then walking around the Knights ground, they couldn't see what they were.
But they got on camera. Like when we watched the game, they were on it.
Yeah, and those commentators saying, look at those dickheads.
Not so many words.
There was
We still haven't done our walk through Green Hills either.
You just want to
in
wear
drag.
a G-string.
Oh, darn it.
Why do you look so excited to do that?
He loves wearing drag, don't you, Gary?
That was last year, mate. That's all gone.
No. We'll keep it to that. When we're back, we'll get on to that. But
Oh, what you will.
don't tell us about your fantasies. Anyway, where were we?
That's it. I think that's it.
Did everyone comment on the
Yeah.
biggest
Yeah.
surprise?
Yeah. Well, for mine's the play the balls.
Yeah, mine's the Raiders.
A lot of injuries so far.
Mine is zip it. I don't know. It's
While you're thinking, mine was Parramatta, how bad they're tackling.
that's no surprise.
How bad
That's
their
not
whole game
surprise.
My missus says, so they lost again, did they? I was screaming at them.
Mark?
Probably the new HIA rule, where if it's a grade 1 or a cat 1, then the player that was actually caused the infringement has to go in the sin bin. So it's added a new complexity, and finally, because they're off for a while, so it sort of evens out the play.
100%.
Interesting. That's the old rule changes.
Just a
It's
quick
hard to keep-
question. Does that count like when we were talking last week how you go into a tackle and accidentally head high somebody and then they have to go off? Does that mean that person slips? They got really?
Yeah, and it can be 10 minutes later. Whenever they're assessed,
So,
they'll
as-
come out in the middle of the game and put them in the bin.
Spencer Linear case with Phoenix, how he slipped.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's silly. Accidents happen. The fields are slippery.
Yep.
Unfortunately, but time to get on. That's Gaz back.
That was good.
Time for What Caught My Eye. Brought to you by Maitland Bathroom Renovations. And a big shout out to our resident in the seat last week, Marchie. Done a great job. We'll get you back on soon, champion.
name up, boy.
Yeah, he really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good guy too. So Gary.
What caught my eye? I've got 3. All 4 Queensland teams lost on the weekend.
Yes, they did.
The 2, a Warriors fan who the Manly player Gordon Jan Kum Tong confronted on the sideline was urged the NRL not to take any action against Gordon. He denies sledging Jake T and insists it was only banter. The 3rd one is the Para fans are booing Dylan. Right? Like he's playing crap. And people are
know.
booing him, so that's getting in his head.
Yeah.
Like he's still got the rest of the year with Para. Back him after he goes to the Knights, then boo him.
Yeah, that's exactly
You know
right.
what I mean?
End of the day, look, he done what he had to do.
Yeah, that's
I'm not
what I
gonna.
mean.
I'm not gonna boo Leo because he's going to. No way.
No.
You know,
Like-
look, it is what it is. They've got reasons why they do it.
Have you actually booed any former Knights player that's come back?
I don't glad to be honest.
It's a
I've
game.
booed a lot of other teams, and I'll be booing one bloke in particular when he comes from Brisbane. Anyway.
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Mine's Joe Offenhengawi Kissigula in the tackle, which was cheeky. Bit of man love.
Nothing wrong with that, is there, Corey?
I don't know. You're telling the story.
You're throwing the ball back in my court, are you?
Absolutely.
And my second one is Roosters Taylor Losaloo, who is on a $20,000 a year New South Wales Cup deal with the Roosters. Went to work as a concreter the day after they beat the Panthers. Now that's dedication and great work ethic.
Corey.
All right.
Sorry, that was yours. Was it?
Yeah.
Yep.
I did have two, but Gary's pinched mine. So the others. So the other one that I've got is I've been impressed with the Jai Gray from South Sydney. This bloke's made over the last 2 weeks has made over 300 run meters. My issue is when Latrell comes back into that side, where are they going to put this Jai Gray? Because you've got to keep him in there.
They won't. The whole problem. Brady Jones incident
Yep.
out for Adam Elliott last week.
Find Latrell into the centres or something.
Well, then you've got White and Campbell Graham.
Unlucky for them.
I think if they've had over 4 weeks out, they should have to come back for a cup. That's my opinion. Is that your?
Well, I did have two, but he's pinched.
What was the other one?
Yeah, that was the Manly one that I had.
Courtney.
Corey,
He stole yours too, did
do
he?
you want that one?
No, you can read that.
Mine was watching the Raiders game, watching Ricky Stewart down on the field with his boys. I was very impressed by that. I thought that was really good. They
Does that a lot.
but you don't really ever see any other coaches doing that. Like he down there in the trenches with him, I thought it was good.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It comes out a fair bit. So
Angry man, I'd be playing good too if he's down there with him. And Kalen Ponga's press conference as well. Very interesting. See what we make of that in weeks to come. Don't know how to take it.
which part? Sorry.
The part with they asked him about him being happy in the
Oh
club.
yeah.
Yeah.
The whole. That's not going to go away.
Nah.
Like I said, I don't know. Can't say it's not going to happen.
No.
If someone's going to throw a lot of money in your face, you're going to think about it, don't you?
100%.
Go
Anyway,
with the money as any person would in any kind of job.
and they can't go. Money doesn't make happiness. Well, it comes close.
I've been poor all
You
my
know,
life,
like
mate,
that.
and I tell you what, I'd like to see what it's like.
Yeah, what? Sorry.
I've been poor all my life. I'd like to see what it's
Yeah,
like.
so I mean, like in a job perspective, yeah. If someone's going to offer you more money, you can't really say much. Anyway, was that it? Yep. Mine, first one was the Warriors, Fish and Barney walking out with to Tohu Harris
Tohu Harris?
Oh, yes.
with his
Yeah.
whatever you want to call
Was
it.
it passing the baton on, was it?
Yeah, passing the baton on. I thought that was amazing. To be honest, I thought that was. If you haven't seen it, we'll put it up there. But yeah, there should be more of that. I love it. Like, and it's the same with the grand final. I love the retirees thing when they walk around. Like, if I miss that, I get cranky, don't I? Seriously. That's the main part I want to see with the grand final if my team's not playing. And you know, the Warriors. New Zealand culture and that, like with that stuff there, that should be more of it, to be honest. My second one was the Dragons under investigation for allegedly flaunting the HIA rules. Raymond Fatua Mariner reportedly came off. Yeah,
Because this game was against the Dogs too.
so they're under investigation for HIA as well.
Wasn't he smiling?
Apparently he was smiling. So apparently, from what I can remember, there was a replacement, but they've used it as a HIA.
Ah, yep. Okay.
And this is where he's come off smiling.
Yeah, but in saying that, it's against his old club. Someone could have said something to him and he's just smiled back at him. Like, it could have been a bit of...
Yeah.
Just
never
I
too
don't
much.
understand what you're saying there, yeah.
Yeah, because there was a lot of bad blood between him and the Dogs while he left. So there could be... okay, put it aside. If it was the Roosters, we'll be having this conversation.
Nope.
I rest my case. Mark?
Probably the Knights come back to the front in traditional style. So usually you use your pack to go through the front, and then use your speeds just to score your tries. Then went a little bit the other way. You know, we went out wide first. We burnt them with speed. Then the pack just rolled through the middle. That was good for my side. And probably the youngster of Souths, so Jamie
Humphreys?
Humphreys.
Yeah, he's been playing great
So
footy, hasn't he?
he, 4 from 4. They were outscored in tries, and then he iced it with a field goal. So
Yeah.
just calmness to to go above his years. And
And not only that, he's leaving out an English Super League player that's on $900 or something $1,000 a season in reserve grade. But
I don't know if you could hear us at the game, but I was yelling at Bradman. I was filthy. Pass that ball to Marjorie because we had these bets on and I needed Marjorie to score. But,
That's
yeah.
why he's moved seats away from us.
it's a bit harder to hit you from behind.
But, yeah, any other day he would have passed the Marjorie when he scored, but no, that's the way cookie crumbles, isn't it? So that's everyone's what caught everyone's eye this week.
yes,
And we'll have some interesting what caught our eyes for the next 2 weeks, that's for sure.
Food.
That too.
food critique while you're over there.
You just never know what could happen.
Got
What
get
good
seasick?
eyes over there.
don't know.
I will. Yeah.
I do.
You can bet your
Yeah.
bum
Straight
off.
out through the heads, mate, and I'm feeding the sharks.
Yeah.
I've never been on a boat like that before. So
You'll be fine.
No, you
Take your
won't.
travel
You'll be
car
fine.
with you.
No, you won't.
Oh, we got
Did
ginger.
it last year. You'll be fine.
No, you won't.
what did you go on last year?
We went Royal Caribbean up
Oh, eh?
through
Yes.
Vanuatu,
Oh, nice.
New Caledonia.
Mm.
Great food, great alcohol,
The
great service, and yeah, you won't even notice it.
only thing I don't like is you put $1,000 on your onboard credit, for example, and you get about $600 worth.
Yeah.
That sucks.
So I tell you what, I'm going to have to start selling some more Only Feet. Anyway, guys, we'll take another short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back in. It's that time of night again. Time for Player of the Round. Player of the Round is brought to you by Kogan Haulage Contractors. So, before we get into that, but I forgot one of what caught my eyes. And it was I'll just quickly get into it, add it to this segment. It was a post on Instagram, John Bateman to David Clemmer saying, "Congratulations, big fella. Time to enjoy yourself and get out of that crocodile roll," with a handshake emoji and a kiss face emoji after it. They've both had issues at the club and, yeah, good on them. Anyway, I missed that one, but let's move on to, as I said, Player of the Round. And while I'm talking, I might as well keep going.
Good idea.
Mine actually, I had two. I had two. I couldn't split them because I thought they were both pretty good. Tiger Sani,
Sania Taruva.
that's him. With a hat trick of tries, I couldn't go past that. 4 tackle breaks, one line break, and 170 metres gained. I thought, hat trick of tries, couldn't really go past that. But the main one here was South's Jamie Humphreys, with 1 field goal, 1 try assist, 26 tackles, and 649 metres kicked. I thought that was a hell of a game.
That's huge.
Big,
What
big,
she
big.
said.
Yeah, well, stop it. And yeah, my special mention this week.
Oh, here we
Yeah.
go.
I've got. Well, I find it hard. Well, that's what she said too. But
Not always.
I thought Greg Marshall was really good for us last week, to be honest.
Except he didn't score.
Yeah, that too. But, he just does the hard yards out of the back and never gives up. But Kurt Mann for mine has come on and changed the game, I felt, for the Dogs.
He certainly did.
Yeah.
You want to add a couple more?
Yeah, I was
Just to be
about to say that. What's that, 6?
safe? 6.
Well, that's the problem. There's so many that.
Marjorie was just blowing through everybody like
Daddy, chill.
standing there.
Except the try line.
Sorry.
This is not a live show, buddy.
He would have won money if Marcy scored.
No, the
He
Smita
was.
Foundation would have won money.
You know what I mean.
He was pumping through like he was getting it through.
He's got
He
powerful
didn't get it
legs.
down, but he got it through.
It's quick while you're ahead.
This hole's getting deeper and deeper, Court.
We'll
You
go
are
up this.
just inappropriate.
We'll just go up this end for a minute, give her a
So
break.
Marcy and Mann and Humphreys and Taruva.
Sorry. Gary.
Shark Samuel Stone Street with 2 tries scored, 2 tackle breaks, 4 line breaks, 231 metres gained.
And a partridge in a pantry.
That's it.
Kylie.
Mine would be Tigers Terrell May with 4 tackle breaks, 3 offloads, 43 tackles, only 1 missed tackle, and 176 metres gained. The Roosters are really stupid for letting him go.
Isn't it amazing a change of club does to certain players?
Yeah.
Like the Roosters say they're the be all and end all. One prime example. Player goes there, crap. Really. I'll give you another one. Yeah, he's been playing all right, but he hasn't been playing to his full potential. The man Spencer Linear. Do you agree? He hasn't been playing as good as he used to at Penrith.
No.
I mean, he's had his good games here and there, but
You watch till Origin time comes around, though. That's when you'll start ramping it up.
yeah, I just think he needs to go back to Penrith. That's my opinion. Or to Newcastle. That would be nice. But I love Spencer. I just love the passion and the fire in his mouth, in his face. Like that's gold.
Do you want to throw him in, even though he didn't play?
Yeah, go.
No.
Because we went from Terrell May to Spencer Lenu somehow.
Sorry.
I'll give you my book for when you fill that one up.
Yeah.
Are you?
I'll need it.
Are you finished or
I've only got one. I'm not greedy.
Corey? All right.
All right, I've gone for this week. The Warriors halfback Luke Metcalf. He had 343 kick metres, 2 try assists, 1 try, 6 goals. And he had a shock of the week before, and I thought he was fantastic and was probably one of the spearheads in getting that Warriors team over the line against Manly.
They were out of their skin. I reckon. They played really well. Is that your only one? You don't want to have number 5 too? Or?
No, I
That's
don't.
just you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I can't do that.
He'll wait till you're gone on the cruise.
Courtney?
Much as it pains me to say this, Jerome Luai, watching from last week's game to this week's game, just watching how he's directing his club, definitely a good pick up there. Absolutely. Massive pick up. It was impressive to watch. He
What do you keep looking at me when you talk?
It's now called the West Panthers.
he got his
West Panthers.
he got his I meant to blank. Got his ponger on. I was watching him just directing all the players, and they were just on song. They did
It was
a
pretty
really
easy
good
because
job.
they'll run onto the ball and Parramatta standing there
Yeah, but
watching
it took
run
30.
past them.
It took 30 minutes for the Tigers to break Para's line. So
But you watching the Tigers, and they just kept doing the same thing over and over and over again. They
They
just
will.
kept getting a try
Parra
every
didn't
time.
even look.
No, they didn't.
They will come good.
No one hit them.
But the thing is, that's what I mean. Like, a lot of people don't see what Jerome Luai does off the field, and they just want to see, But I'm telling you, I would have took him before Brown. You throw $1 million at Luai. Luai is a proven half and 5'8",
Yep.
and Brown even said it on his interview. I'm not a halfback. So why did we buy him?
yes,
We're after a halfback. I didn't cover this. I was going to. Maybe that's the new segment, wasn't it?
How much
What was
did you
the
get
new-
to the Tigers?
What, something Smith?
What was the new segment?
Talking Smith.
No.
No.
Smith has been pissed or something.
Oh.
Pissed Smith.
Smithers rant. Was it Smithers rant?
Oh no, whatever. We'll have to relive that one.
I was
But
talking Smith.
no, that's
That's
no,
another
Where
thing.
he's angry.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's shitting?
What's
Smith?
pissing Smitter? What's pissing Smitter off?
Yeah, well,
Something
we'll
like-
figure it out. But what this is really. I'll bring it
Comes
up now.
the steam.
I've got it saved on the phone. Well, what's his name?
Relax.
Kai Pierce-Paul. He's killing
got
everything. Sorry, not Kai Pierce-Paul. Will Price. He's leading everything in, he's the point scoring, this and that in reserve grade. Can't get a crack in first grade. Now, why?
Because Adam O'Brien doesn't like him.
Well, maybe it's time for Adam O'Brien to go. Realistically,
Couldn't agree more.
If this bloke he's leading the point scorers, he's leading the goal kicking, he's this and that, and he's playing out of his skin, we're going to lose the bloke. They're going to let him go, and the Roosters are going to go, thank you very much. And no offence to Jack Cogger, because Jack Cogger is a good fit at Penrith. He's just not a good fit at Newcastle. He just doesn't fit our structure and our system.
He's been going all right.
Yeah, he might be all right, but he's not a fit at us. He would go great back at Penrith, 100% he would. And
Unloading.
But Will Price should be there having a crack with him, and he's not getting it.
I might have been a bit harsh by saying he doesn't like him. Probably does like him, but
No,
probably just.
I'm agreeing with you.
I
He's
just
got
don't.
his favourites.
Yeah.
And, rumours are circulating that he might not be there next year. And if that's so, well,
Who are we talking about?
Brad Arthur may be in.
I was about to say, I heard a little word.
That's
His son's there and Dylan's going.
Then Moses going as well.
The problem is that I said to a few people that mentioned this today is there's no clause in Adam O'Brien's contract to get rid of him. So they'd have to pay his contract, yeah.
How long's he there for?
Oh, probably 10 years.
Worth the money.
But the thing
comes
is,
back again. 2 years.
but the thing is, Will Price is killing it in reserve grade.
Give him a crack.
Give the bloke crack, even if he gets on the bench at 14. He goes, oh, he's got a few defensive issues. Well, obviously not in reserve grade. Give him a crack.
100%.
There's a lot of, I bet if you went and had a look at some of our halves, not just saying Jack, but all of our halves and stuff, I bet they're missing some tackles too. Give the bloke a crack. This is the problem. We get these kids, we give them half a sniff, Dom Young, people come and snatch him.
Yep.
And why the hell? Okay, he's going to be Andrew Johns, greatest player ever played the game. Agreed? And even Peter Mataudia said the same thing. He's played with and against this bloke in England. He said he's seen this kid create something magic out of nothing. I mean, two great players to play the game. He's got to have a start. He's not getting a run. That is my rant for this week. Sorry.
What was that brought to you by?
Me. Anyway, back to player of the round. Corey.
I did have Luke
Yes.
Metcalf.
Yes, we did. We finished, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
We didn't do marks.
You,
Mark, sorry.
Rude.
Off.
If I put on my red and blue glasses, Fletcher Sharp.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
my
yeah.
second as well.
Hard not to.
Even though Ponga's leading the Dally M's, but Fletcher sort of carved it up through the middle. which is
Absolute
great.
up and comer.
I thought him and Cogger were actually quite good.
And he's one of probably
Thank
the,
you.
the fastest sixes around, which
Yeah.
helps.
Knights need to wrap him up.
He's
Hold
a
on to him.
brilliant player. He's definitely one of my favourites.
There's
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
thing.
Because
I
he's
looked
from
at-
Cessnock.
Sorry, you finish.
Oh, the second one's non-Knight, so if you want to go on this
No,
first,
no.
go.
No.
The second one's Jamie from South.
Humphreys, yeah.
Adding to your, was it 600 kick metres, but he also kicked 4 from 4, which helped.
You'd hate to be his dog, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So he's probably my pick when I take off the Knights goggles.
But I was looking at the Daily M, who's picking who for the weekend and that. And you've got to ask yourself, who's picking them?
Yeah.
I really do, because I looked at the Roosters. James Tedesco, maximum points. I'm sorry, but Connor Watson killed that game.
He played out of his skin, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Connor Watson killed the Panthers. I reckon. No, Connor Watson, Panthers just win. And I know we've got some Ponga fans here, but Fletcher Sharp probably a few games should have got maximum points over Ponga.
Yeah.
Ponga's had two really good games.
Oh, he has, but
Are they worth sixes though?
that's right.
Plus, what happened to make him play that good? The people are doing the hard yards.
Yeah.
I just think Fletcher Sharp's probably been our best player. Or I know it's only third round, but
Consistent.
I think Fletcher Sharp.
And this is where Mark alludes to the forwards were rolling through, which gave the
Yeah.
backs a great chance to do their magic.
Well, what's our backs that have been doing it last week, wasn't it?
So all the points went to Ponga, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. All
I
maximum
mean,
points. Like,
Maximum points,
yeah,
yeah.
there's 6 and
Yeah, there's
4
two judges now.
whatever.
There used to be one, but there's two judges that give certain amount of 3.
Yeah,
points. 3. Yeah.
Does anyone know who they are? The judges?
Clown.
No, that's what I mean. I wonder who it is because
Dean will be knocking down their door.
I just,
And
yeah, it's just not right. Like,
It's like they pick the big faces. Like they don't see the littler
that's
ones.
what I'm saying.
That's right.
The ones
Yeah.
doing the hard yards.
Yeah, like James Tedesco, he's the face of the Roosters.
who's
Dom
seen the
Young?
Roosters game here and the against the Panthers?
Painfully,
Did you
yes.
watch it? Yeah.
Yep.
Did you think Tedesco played well?
Not like he does.
Wasn't the
it
best.
wasn't origin worthy.
No.
No.
And now Connor Watson.
Yeah.
Some of these younger blokes. I rest my case.
Throw something out, yeah, just off the
No, thanks.
left
Go
of
on.
centre.
Yeah.
Think Connor Watson will be in the origin?
Yes.
Oh, he was there last year. He's
If he
better
Playing
than
like
again.
that.
Yeah,
Surely.
Yeah,
But if he plays like this,
yeah. He's
Okay,
14.
who else would you put in there?
Well, that's
I
right.
like
And
Fletcher
that
Sharp.
alludes to, you know how you were saying that Kurt Mann's the best 14? Connor's probably second.
Yes. Well, yeah, 100%. I'd be other than Connor for a hooker. Who else would you?
Coruscant for a goal.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Appy. Yeah. Well, he'd be on the bench at least. Yeah.
yeah.
You can't. Appy Coruscant has to be, in my opinion, the best hooker in the game. But tell you what, Connor Watson's no slouch. But yeah, well, I was talking about that. A Smoky for Queensland. I'll put it on there now. Kurt Mann for 14.
Keeps going.
Do we reckon the Origin camps will even look at Fletcher Sharp this year?
Probably not.
No. I reckon.
Because there's too many
Yeah.
in that area.
Yeah.
I would put him in
Blood him in.
the camp
In a train-on squad.
and blood him around, but he wouldn't get a run because you put him at 5'8".
It's a different level.
That's going to be Moses or Luai
Yeah.
if they're all fit. If you put him in the centres or wing or whatever, you're going to have to take out Bass, Critter, or Mitchell. Not going to happen. Wings, Tu'u, and
Yeah.
Lomax.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
Tommy.
he's just going to have to bide his time.
Yeah. he's
Tommy
gonna have to wait.
Travojevic. There's another one runs in there.
Or if injuries happen.
Yeah, possibly, but I think
We'll get a run.
Yeah.
He needs to just blood him into it.
Yep.
But anyway, that was our player of the rounds.
And
My little tangent.
and tangents off
No,
everywhere.
but I think it has to be said. Like, all these young kids coming through, but they're going to sit there and go, "Oh, it doesn't matter how good I play, I'm not going to get a start."
Speaking of tangents, Liam Martin, does he have the hardest head in football?
He'd have to.
I
Okay.
imagine it'd feel like a cinder block. Like it'd be that hard.
Next time we go to Penrith, right, I'm going to get Liam Martin. I say, "Excuse me,
Cinder block.
Can you headbutt my wife?
my wife wants to know what your head feels like. Does it feel like a cinder block?"
What head are you talking about?
Put it as a
I said
sign.
my wife, not my mate.
Put it as a sign. Hey, Liam, so you
Can I
can come
feel
over.
your head?
Would you hold it?
Listen to
Well, his head.
Give your meat a good old rub.
Oh, that's
Talking about a tangent.
the sign.
He might be dyslexic and might get it all mixed up.
Yeah, it might have Liam. Can I give you? I don't know.
He might give me his boots again.
He's what?
He might give boots again.
Oh. Anyway. The week that was brought to you by Harry Schnitzels. Usually we have our good mate up there, Elliot Lovejoy, but he's busy with family commitments, and we'll give him a couple of weeks off. But big shout out to you, champion. Anyway, the week that was brought to you by Harry Schnitzels. How good are they?
Schnitzels.
I'm hungry now.
Tell you what, we had some the other day. We went down to the Walls End one for the first time, and
Yeah.
it was quite nice.
Never a bad feed from there.
Make sure you get in there and
Okay.
tell him that that we sent you, and Harry will
double.
go.
Is that in the Walls End Centre?
Yeah,
On the outside, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sand shopping.
well, Thornton's always good too. Make good fix shakes in there. Anyway, stop talking. I'm getting bloody hungry. The week that was. I'm hungry still now. We'll start with. No, we won't start with that
Knights
one.
and Dolphins.
It was first game back at. I always go to call it Marathon Stadium,
Close enough.
but Energy Australia was the next one. But
How good was it? Just being in that atmosphere again.
it's good to be back, isn't it? Like, and that's
What was the
Penrith
crowd for the
was-
Thursday night?
Was it
18,
16? 18? No?
That's pretty good for a Thursday night at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was good. It's good to be back. Knights 26, Dolphins 12.
I thought the Dolphins were,
Shit.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they played horrible.
The Knights shut them down.
We should have scored a lot more than that, but
Yeah.
realistically,
They didn't play.
a win's a win, and I'll take the 2 points. But for us to go deep into the finals, we have to start playing better football. We did
A
play
lot
in
of teams
patches.
do.
Oh, 100%. But I think we were okay. But I think the Dolphins made us look better than what we were.
Yeah.
It's more of an even field this year, barring Melbourne.
We did
You're
have a
putting
few injuries.
Parramatta up there too, are you?
Oh,
No.
besides Parramatta, sorry. You're going opposite.
Yeah,
end
they're
of
they're
Parramatta.
they're consistent the other way.
Consistently shit.
Poor Gary.
Oh no, he
I
comes
thought
to.
he's going to go home and cry into his pillow.
He does that
I
every
got your
night.
back.
My
mate.
life
something
probably
else.
hurts more than his.
You're going to
Because
bounce
I don't know
back.
how it feels.
You're going to bounce back. He's going to stay down the bottom.
Actually, I tipped Parramatta this
It
week.
doesn't get any
We
easier
don't
for
get 2
Parramatta
points
this
for
week.
the 8th round.
You'll even lose the bye.
Probably.
Anyway, back to the Knights. yeah, some really good performances. Obviously Fletcher Sharp, Carlin Ponga, Marju on the wing. Does he ever let you down? Seriously, I know I've got a Marju magic eyes and that, but
The Marju show.
yeah, I love the bloke. I think he's great for us. I'm going to ask someone that's not unbiased. What's your opinions on Marju?
Very good
Why are you
player.
looking at the Knight supporters?
I'm looking at everyone.
I think he's a very. I think he's a very good. I think he does the hard yards quite well.
Yeah.
He possibly may be suspect under the high ball at times, but who isn't? Like, there's a lot of pressure on wingers to catch kicks or bombs.
But
all
then
the
he'll
time.
come back and make up for it.
That's right. Yeah. So
Powerful legs.
yes, he's a title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, people go, yeah, but he's not real fast, but he makes up in other ways. He's like another forward. Anyway, I'll, jump in anyone.
Take your Marju glasses off now and read on.
Well, I tell you what, if you ever want to set the scene for the Safidi boys, it's the first hit up.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy off at the same time.
Wasn't it?
One went out in sympathy for the other.
Yeah.
Such a big thing around it as well. The boys playing together and yeah.
But it was
Next
good.
minute, they're both on at the same time.
It was good that he never got booed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I was hoping that no one did because he got, let's be real, he got shafted in the ring from the Knights.
In the ring.
Yeah, like the wrong end of the stick. Like,
Corey.
I bet you Daniel Senior was biting his nails though. Like, what
Oh,
team
yeah.
would you go for? You'd just be happy with whoever won.
go boys, he's got a flag of
Yeah,
each.
half and half jersey.
But, you know, like, it was good that they didn't get booed. And to be honest, we watched Daniel run out. And look at his face, it was a look of, this is weird.
Oh, really?
What am I doing in this dressing room?
Yeah, I even said that, Kyle. I said him just getting dressed in the wrong dressing room. And when he ran out, you could see his face. It was sort of a look of excitement to be home, but it wasn't right, if you know what I mean. So,
Well, they could just switch jerseys. No one would know. They were very identical.
Didn't DSAF go off for an injury at
Doppelgangers.
the end?
yeah.
Yeah. And Jacob was as well.
Yeah, they both went off at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tell you who you wouldn't be able to tell the difference to is the Thompson brothers.
Yeah.
But, anyway, moving on. Anyone else got anything to say about that one?
No, the Dolphins were crap.
I
I picked them. I thought they'd
Well, they scored more than
get
they
up
They
there
will
and do
come.
something. Yeah.
They will come back. Christian Wolf were too good.
What
at the
about
coach.
Para?
Yeah, crap.
I'll quickly say one thing about it that that Fletcher Sharp and I thought was probably had a very good combination with Ponga.
But you got to leave him there.
Yeah.
Even if Ponga goes off to Origin, don't move him from 5'8" to back to fullback. Let someone else go back to fullback, or bring the reserve grade fullback up,
Yeah.
or put Gay Guy back at fullback, or something. Leave the bloke there and stop moving him. We've got to do it.
Cement him in that position.
Well, he's killing it.
He's a fast boy. He's a very quick on his legs.
He's a goanna. So that's not goanna, isn't he? Did you say?
Oh,
that?
yeah.
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 What are you going with that then?
Yeah, so was I.
He's quick.
Anyway, the Warriors 36 over the Bin Chicken Sea Eagles 16.
Yeah.
Yes, I picked this one.
Same here. It's only one, I think.
Two injuries to come out of it. Tommy T with another hammy, and see Daly Cherry Evans with the back spasm.
Neck.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I think I thought did anyone watch this one?
Oh, yeah.
Did
can't
where
remember
where he
now.
actually was right down the end and he was like had his like right out sprawled out. I thought that was sort of he was looking at his neck like trying to extend it.
You know,
It was
I
my
feel- I
dad's
feel for-
birthday. That's right.
yeah.
I feel for Turbo.
Yeah, is it starting to be a case of, Mark, do you think a case of injury prone?
Oh, he's a liability. They call him the Ferrari, but it's no good sitting in the shed all the time.
Thing is
You
though,
take out and drive it.
well, I mean, if he stays on the part, Manly win more games than
Well, it's like having Ponga on the back
Yeah.
or Cleary on the
Yeah.
back. Or,
you know.
No park.
Made to perform.
Well, if they say
No,
Tommy's the Ferrari, what's Jason Saab? Because he's a hell of a lot quicker.
a sub.
A Saab.
But yeah. Well, they used to call, what's his name from Charlie Staines?
the
Ford
Ferrari, the Forbes
yeah.
Ferrari. Yeah.
Well, they'd be
Charlie
calling
bit
me.
my finger.
Call
They'd be
you.
calling me the Curry Kia. Slow.
Okay. I've got nothing.
I was a bit surprised. It was a hard game to pick. Manly's been a little bit on form lately, and the Warriors always play good at home, like I said last week. So watching the game, it was a very much pick of the draw.
It was an emotional game.
It was.
That's what they lift over there for games like that.
Yeah.
The Warriors were always going to play better at home. Like they had a pretty ordinary first round, so they wanted to atone to that. So.
And it's a send off for Total Harris, so they were never going to lose that. If they've got a game where they've got to send someone off, that they very rarely lose.
You could have told me,
I did.
but I missed the first half because I was with my dad for his birthday.
Happy birthday, Kylie's dad. Shout out.
Thank you. Sounds nothing like him. We're about the same size. That's about it.
Poor Wayne.
So I've never met that dad before. Yeah. I hope the Warriors keep going, to be honest.
Yeah.
Not just because of Fish and Barney, but I said that before they
What
got
they've
there.
done through the COVID times and that.
True.
Anyone else got anything on that?
No.
No.
Pretty much.
Next one's the Dragons and Souths.
You forgot one. The
Yeah, keep
Panthers
going,
30
keep going, keep going.
Moving on.
Panthers 32 went down to the Roosters 38. The problem I got with this is James Tedesco saying, "Oh, it's our greatest ever win." Dude, you won by 6 points. So what about all them grand finals and all that they won or whatever? That's the greatest game they ever won.
I think
I think he's just alluding to the injuries and the injury toll.
and the young
they've
ones
got.
that
Yeah, but-
filling in.
But you got to.
And no one gave him a chance.
But you ask yourself on that one too. I don't think the Roosters really won that game. I think the Panthers lost that game.
Yeah.
The amount of drop balls they dropped.
Yeah.
Like the Panthers are over the line within 3 minutes or something. Were they Paul Alamotti?
Not to mention they almost scored a try right at the death.
Well,
Yeah, to all.
So they, they really,
Yeah.
it was a grandstand finish. So
Thieves try at the first half, but that's determination.
Taking my bias hat off, they're the kind of games you want to see where it's try for try, try, not this ass flogging where it's just boring.
Yeah.
to be honest, if I was a coach, I would not like being put 38 points on. You know what I mean? You want
No.
you defense wins premierships, and Penrith have done that for the last 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
But it
So-
was a nail biter.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, who's
But
going
I-
to win this game?
Ivan will turn that around.
Yeah.
They won't get beaten this
But
week.
if Cleary's going to take any negatives out of that, is the fact that they've let in 62 points in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe they need to get Mary back over to Nathan for a day or two.
Well, Dylan Edwards is out, so that's...
That's a huge loss.
Does
That is a huge
does anyone think it might have been for the bookies?
Whoa, that's a
Yeah,
good question.
well, yeah. Got to ask yourself that, but hey, wish I knew about it then. Penrith will bounce back.
We can't win them all.
I'm not convinced on the Roosters just yet. I know
They
it's
played better
early.
with all those young fellas from the
Yeah.
lower grade than they did with their own players. So I don't know that.
And then
That goes back to what you said before, how they're not giving these young fellas a chance.
well, they
to
got
play.
no choice. They had to.
But they've got a lot to prove,
Yeah.
and they're going to play like that. Like, look at Fletcher Sharp. He's come up. He's proved himself 100%. And there's a heap more of them to come. They just don't get the chance
The
to play on
McLean
the
brothers.
field.
Jesse and
Casey.
Casey. But has anyone watched the Super League? You just watched the Super League?
Yeah, bits and pieces. Yep.
Whole KR, is it? Jesse Sue and...
We're Hargraves.
Sorry?
We're here at Hargraves.
Where Hargraves play for. They're trying to get him to get rid of his contract there and come back to the Roosters. Not happening. And I goes, good on him. Good on him for standing strong and staying there. And they're killing it, them pair over there. So, anyway, moving on. Won't put the sword through, it's too long. Dragons 24 went down to the Rabbits 25.
The game that we should have won and lost.
So many opportunities to do a kick, and they just...
Well, it was not that. It was
But
poor.
why didn't he take it? They were right there.
Yeah.
They took the full
Yep.
goal.
3 times I counted at least.
But I also put that back down to two things. Okay, first time they didn't do it. Flanagan, next time you're in there for a shot, take the bloody shot. You get the message down to him.
Yep.
But also, okay, who's the captain? Guffer and Cook.
Cool.
They should have used their captain's spray and said, field goal. Let's just win the bloody game.
Yep.
Let them chase us.
There's our points is okay, so it's our defence at the moment, and like their online defence, like that Kepi try just before it got it to 24 all, that was like 2 metres out. There was soft defence.
Yeah.
That's
The Dragons will become a lot better, especially including Clemmer into the team. I
that's
reckon
right.
that-
And I didn't like Flanagan's press conference too when he basically said that Lockie Ilias, he hasn't really been doing great.
yeah, well, look at your son.
That's right.
I don't think he's done a lot.
Like the reporter said to him, "What do you think of Lockie Ilias' game? He's been injured, yada yada." He said, "Well, you were there, weren't you?" He had to he actually physically apologised to him the next day. Is that going to cause a rift now in our team? Maybe.
Well, one of the main reasons why Ben Hunt left was because he said he'd probably prefer Gutho to play 5'8" than Flanagan.
Oh, no, look, actually, Gutho actually threw a couple of the last try assists to Tyrell Sloan.
Oh, Gutho's a good player.
So you could push him to 5'8", put Sloan back to fullback, and you've got a couple of up-and-comers in reserve grade.
I'm just not. I don't know. What do you? Anyone else? Mark Flanagan.
It's hard when you put different players in different positions, and you take a centre, you take a winger, and you make
Exactly.
him a playmaker. It's
Look at the Knights,
It
didn't it?
usually doesn't work.
Look-
You get the consistency, you get a run on.
Are you convinced with Flanagan? But yet, not young one.
No,
We've got Dan Atkinson coming from the Sharks next year, so that'll help.
To me, okay. What's Flanagan? He'd be on a little bit of coin. I'm not bagging him out because he's playing the NRL. I'm not, but to me, I'm just. Yeah, he's not.
I
I don't think he's first grade standards, to be honest.
I wouldn't move Gutho. He's been there for so long. He's proven that position when he was in
I didn't
Parramatta.
want to move him from Parramatta either, but
I didn't.
yeah.
They did. Real quick.
Anyway, moving on. The Cowgirls went down to the Sharks, 36-12. Pretty dismal performance by the Cowboys, I thought.
2 weeks in a row.
Very average at best.
Well done to the Sharks, though, up there in the stinking
Yes.
heat.
And they got drinks breaks. Rightly so. It was that game.
Yep.
But I also think, excuse me, some of the games down here should have got it as well. I know it wasn't quite as hot, but we're talking about player burnout like on Sunday with the dogs and that.
Well, I said Saturdays at Wollongong was there was a nor'eastery blowing down there. The reserve grade was was almost called off because of it.
Well, there you go. Like, what's 2 minutes every 20 minutes?
Didn't the Eels and Tigers game have breaks or no?
Yeah, that was because of the tries on Parramatta.
Yeah,
they had more drinks breaks than a
they
hens
needed
night.
more drinks breaks.
They had more drinks breaks than a hens night.
No, I think they were scheduled to have
Yeah,
extra.
well.
I think they were scheduled to have extra drinks breaks.
Well, they need to. They need to. In the first month or so.
Right.
I think there's some they bought it in. It's a certain temperature, and then they bring them in.
But just, I think it doesn't even have to be a certain temperature. It's just use your brains. An official there has to make that call. Even if it's, the humidity's so bad and like with that bad wind. And for the first couple of weeks, play a bit. Just even if it's a 30-second drinks break. The trainer's there, quick, have a drink.
So it was 34 degrees in the Eels and Tigers game in Sydney. Imagine how hot it was up in Queensland.
Yeah.
That's all.
North Queensland.
Yeah, it would have been a scorcher. But out at Belmore, I'm talking about with the dogs. Like, that's a really, I don't know. To me, it seems like a rural country kind of, even though it's in Sydney. But you know what I mean? Like one of those old school grounds where it's hot and
It's like it's one of the most intimidating places to go to. Belmore.
They're not having any more games out
No.
this year.
No, they should have more.
It's weird.
You know what I mean?
the problem is probably capacity.
I know they've probably got something where they're only allowed to have one game per year to take back, but
Silly.
And
yeah.
there might be a sponsor thing with where they play. Is it a call now?
Yeah.
Or what's it changed to?
What about Parramatta? Don't they take their games up to Darwin once per year?
Yeah, well, the Knights and
Yeah, it'd be hot there.
the Knights and Penrith are at Bathurst this year.
Yeah.
Road trip.
That'd be probably cool though when the time that comes around.
May, yeah.
Yeah.
End of May, I think it is.
It'd be cool.
Anyway, yeah, wasn't impressed with the Cowboys.
Nope.
Sharks, yeah. I still think Nico Hines needs to go back to fullback.
Don't like Will Kennedy?
It's not. I don't like Will Kennedy, but I just don't think Nico's handling at the halves position. let's be real, what's 2 years now and he's still not setting the house on fire? He's on, was it $1 million contract he got signed? You get paid $1 million, you got to play for $1 million. And I think as a coach, what's his name, Craig Fitzgibbon's got to go, I've got to protect my players' mental health too, and this is not doing him any good. Let's throw him back to fullback and see how he goes.
Yeah.
I think you'll see a different player.
Yeah.
I'm impressed with Kalen Iro. Is it Kalen Iro? The centre for Cronulla? Young bloke. He goes all right too.
There's a few at Cronulla that are really changed it up this year. Anyway, moving on. This next game I was pretty impressed with. The Raiders, Mark. 32-22.
It's an intimidating ground to go to, especially when they start the horn and the clap. And, not so much when the Knights went. We had the Knights cheer go over the top of it, but it's an intimidating ground.
I've never been, to be honest. That's one ground I haven't been to. I want to go. Yeah.
It's sub-ground, so you sort of sit in a little bit of a cauldron, and it has a great atmosphere. As I said, Ricky Stewart on the bench, walking with the team, firing them up. They're always hard to beat down there.
We could take the ginger cat with us and he could walk in thinking that he's Corey Horsburgh.
Corey Horsburgh's lost more weight.
Yes, he has. Good on him. And the cat's put it on. Yeah.
So there's not lookalikes there.
Huh?
There's no lookalikes there.
Nah. Anyway, yeah, I'd love to get down there. It would be an interesting trip.
Made me feel a bit better about our loss that the Broncos lost.
Yeah.
Like our 1-year-old granddaughter said, yuck, the Broncos.
They lost by an eyebrow.
He didn't have a good game.
Yeah, did you see a lot of the fans turn against him?
Fans are fickle. They do that with everybody.
But
There's a bandwagon. It's full.
apparently it's because he didn't have his black nail polish on. He didn't play as well. Apparently. Superstitious, but anyway. Yeah, Raiders were good. Raiders were really good. I was disappointed they didn't have their Vegas jersey on. I like that jersey. I wouldn't buy it because I'm not a Raiders fan, but tell you what,
Vibrant.
a few other clubs could take note of what they've done. And Penrith,
That might be their alternate jersey now
yeah, it could be.
when they play away.
Actually like it. It's a guy that stood out. See, the Knights could do that. Reverse the colours, red and blue, for our alternate one instead of the stupid white one. I don't know. I just don't like white. Yeah, I'd like to see different teams come out with different,
Something different on
something different, you know, instead of the traditional all the time. Yeah. Anyway, anyone else on that one?
No, I'm just impressed the way Canberra are playing at the moment. That's all I can how I touched on earlier.
Ricky Stewart down on the sideline was I know he does it.
A lot. Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's good to get
see.
in action.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's down there with his boys.
So
It's a
because
bit
he lives and
warm.
breathes and
Oh, he loves them. Yeah, he does.
He abuses them, you know.
But I'll tell you what, too, I'm a fan of Jordan Ricky from the Broncos, but
Yeah.
no, I think he's going to be something special in the Kirby system.
Did they miss Katoni?
Apparently, he's got to tell him for the next few weeks if he come back. But no, I don't know. Where do you put him? Where do you put him? Do you take Selwyn Cobb out of it? I don't
No,
think so.
definitely not.
That's what I mean. Like Mariner,
yeah.
I couldn't take him out. He's killing it. Who do you take out? Even when Ezra Mann comes back, where does he go? For me, he goes back to Wynnum Manly, which is their reserve grade. And he should. He's out for 9 weeks. He can't come straight back into the side.
No, don't get me started where Ezra Mann should be starting when he comes back.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not racist or anything like everyone knows that, but he's one player I will boo when he comes to Newcastle. I don't boo a lot of players, but he's one I will.
Yeah.
And I just think he deserves it.
Be doing a lot more than booing if it was my kid he hurt.
Well, let's put it that way. If it was our kid, I wouldn't be here talking. Anyway, move on. West Tigers 32.
6.
To the Eels 6.
Lucky 6.
Just quickly, is Combank a curse?
It was last week.
Well, for Penrith
For us.
or
For any, yeah, well, it's the stench of the stadium, maybe. That's why we lost. Kidding. It's actually a good stadium.
Yeah, to be honest, we haven't been to the new Anyone been to the new Roosters Stadium yet?
No, I haven't.
Well, ever have I. But,
Is that another road trip with the Knights there this year?
well, there's no Roosters Knights game this year.
Oh, it's
Away.
it's one game down here, right?
Yeah, again. Well, anyway, I haven't been to that one, but I tell you what, Combank is by far the best stadium to watch. Well, taking me Knights glasses off, because there's no place like home, but to watch football
We've sat in different seats.
in different seats, and that is by far the best stadium to watch football.
When you watch this Pacific Nations, we use high up or actually on the low?
Yeah,
Well, you know,
near
the fence
fence.
with, that's where we got Fisher's Boots.
This is boots, right?
Scott Sorensen's missus come and sat next to us, and his kids took off with my heads.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she had a sorrow one too, and
She goes, "Oh, do you mind?" I went, "No, go for it."
she goes, "Oh, that's my husband." And oh, okay, yeah, and yeah.
And he's like, "Can you go get fish?" And she's probably thinking, "Hello, what's my husband? Chopped liver?"
Fish come over, and we got his boots. I did a shoey, and we
They
live happy
stunk.
ever after.
That's
They
right.
stunk.
And,
That fungus that's still around your mouth, is it?
Gee whiz, bro.
yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that is immense stadium too, because when you go back to get food or whatever,
It's right there.
it's right there, so you're not missing. And there's TVs. I know there is at ours too, but there's more. You just feel like you're not missing anything.
Yeah, it's good atmosphere.
And the thing I love about it, and I hope Penrith gets this with their new stadium, because every stadium should have it, is, okay, for example, when Penrith run out, now it's black and green and
Oh,
whatever.
the lights,
All the
yeah.
lighting effect, that gives you that, I don't know, it gives you that grand final feel, and the atmosphere, it's second to none. And I've had people say, oh no, it's like a nightclub, but if you go there and you don't think, excuse me, that atmosphere is electric,
Yep.
you need to rock it up your butt. Like we got done at Newcastle. We've got the old lights you got to put on at 7:30 in the morning to work at 3 o'clock. That's how long they got to take to warm up. I don't get it, but with that they can off and on, different colours, and it's electric. And the Roosters are the same. I think Penrith surely would get something similar.
Black lights.
Black and green.
You better
Yeah,
knock
those
out there,
ones that
Gary.
show up, like when you turn the blue light type thing, where you see all the marks and stuff.
Imagine that, Gary, if
The
you walking
fluids.
along and you'd see Gary.
It'd be like blue light disco. Oh,
Corey's just got a
anyway.
weird mark down the
I'll
front
tell
of
you.
his face.
I'll tell you about the blue lights later.
Ah.
We've gone off on a tangent again.
Okay.
You mean the red lights?
Back to the game.
Anyway, Eels, disgraceful.
Absolutely.
That was shocking.
They made the
They will
Tigers
come
look,
better.
They made the Tigers look
what,
really
in
good.
round 10 when Moses is back?
Yeah, but Hopgood, you got Addo Carr back this week.
Oh yeah, he
Things
should
will
lift
start
it.
changing.
Good practice for the Tigers, though, for this
He'll be
next
able to
round.
find the line this week, old Addo.
Mm.
Yeah, you'll find the line.
Or his phone charger. But yeah, they will come good. They won't go set the house on fire, but things will change.
What I was going to say is, you know, when you say you take a player from this club and put him to another, yada, yada, yada. Riles has been under Bellamy.
And
He's come up
Robinson,
here and he's probably trying to do
Bellamy.
a Bellamy or thereabouts where everyone's still doing a Arthur, if you know what I mean.
It's-
Adam O'Brien
I
come
was just
from
gonna
under
say
Bellamy
that.
too.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Adam I don't like bagging coaches,
pretty sure he
but Adam
went under.
O'Brien's not really performing for me.
How many people?
didn't
has
Adam
Bellamy had
O'Brien
under
also
him?
didn't Adam O'Brien also worked under Robinson as well?
So did what's his name? Too?
Yeah, just got to be patient with Riles, Gus.
Yeah, that's what
You
I'm saying.
know, it's just got to be
The
patient.
players are probably
Okay.
still playing not what he wants.
Well, we're on the subject of coaches, and I don't like throwing coaches under the bus, but I'm going to ask.
But
We've got 3 Knight supporters here. Is Adam O'Brien? Adam O'Brien.
what the hell?
Adam O'Brien, the man,
Adam O.
I don't know, man. You've got banned on the brain.
coach to take us through to the future.
No,
No.
I don't
in
think so.
short, no. He's. I mean, we've got the team that can do it.
Yeah.
And you know they break our hearts every year. We come good at the end of the season, getting to the finals and losing the first week, and every year, which probably gets him out of performance clauses or anything. But
Yeah.
he can't take us to the next step, and that's where we need
So
that
who's
leadership.
your coach to bring in?
That's a good question.
While you're thinking, it's on everyone's lips that I've been talking to, that Brad Arthur. Will he get you to the grand final?
Well, he's been there.
Couldn't get Parramatta there.
He
Oh,
did
he
it once.
did once.
He also got him to a spoon as well.
I'm kidding.
Courtney?
Couldn't pick a coach, but
There's not a lot on offer.
no, there's not. I mean, if we can pull one that's, but they're all sitting in their own seats, they're comfy where they are.
I'll
But
have a crack.
I'm not going to let you pull Ivan.
I don't
We're
want to.
keeping him.
I don't want to pull up. Sorry, all
I'm
yours.
good, thanks.
But yeah,
Rain check.
I think.
I'm starting to feel like a coach over here.
Corey,
Why?
you can call him Ivan.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, well, the thing is, that's the thing. Like, who do you take? There's no one. But
We're being realistic. If we're being realistic to change something around that can absolutely happen, then there's no real options.
Unfortunately, most of the experienced coaches are already sewn up.
Yeah.
there's one that I would give a crack. Well, obviously, Brad Arthur is not too bad, but actually, there's two.
Walkers.
The Walker brothers. Walker brothers. Because the simple thing, their attacking football is not just one up play like up the middle, on the last, put the bomb up. They keep you guessing, and on the third tackle, they might have it might be a hen noise or a sheep noise, and they all know, hey, we're going to kick it through. That fullback's up in the line. By the time he turns and chases, you've got someone fast like, I don't know, Fletcher Sharp. He's banged through, got the ball and scored. We don't do none of that. We're so predictable. That's why I'd like someone like that. Or if not, there's one bloke that has had a fair bit of experience with the New South Wales and coached the Knights to 6 wins in like just a caretaking coach, Danny Badeiras. Not saying Adam O'Brien's not the man for the job. Well, I actually am, but I just don't think. Yeah,
Just not performing.
it's just not. I don't know. Maybe he could go good at another club. Not saying he's a shit coach. Some
Not the
clubs are
right
not
fit.
right for the right.
Would you bring Kevy Walters down this way?
No.
I'm wondering how we gone from that.
He'll probably stay in the media now for a while.
Back to the Knights.
I don't know, but anyway, back to that.
Another tangent.
Yeah, big time.
Tuesday Tangent. That's
you-
what we'll name the show.
Did you watch the Para game?
Yes.
Or did you fall asleep? How many Parramatta players ran onto the ball? Bugger all. They just stood there, got the ball, and then they ran from a dead
Too
stop.
flat
They
footer.
did that last
It
week
was
too.
probably. I wonder if the heat had anything to do with it.
How many Parramatta players does it take to change a light bulb?
Probably
Huh.
24.
None, because they can't climb a ladder.
Oh,
That hurt.
That's circulating the internet. That's not.
I've got to tell you why Parramatta are going so bad. You've got the coach is Jason Rolls. In the reserves is Nathan Brown.
no.
Two ex and George players, mate. Come on.
I'll stick up for Brownie. Brownie did all right at our club. I think he was shafted. If Brownie had a little bit longer, I think he could have turned our club around a bit more. He's a really good rebuilding coach too.
Yeah.
He had Bennett scraps, didn't he? Come in and
And his wife cooks good butter chicken.
for Ponga.
That's how we got Ponga apparently. But anyway, back onto it. Bulldogs 40,
Titans.
Titans 24.
They never turned up either.
I like the Bulldogs.
They played really good.
There's some exciting football from the Bulldogs.
Satili Tupanua.
Yes.
Made a huge in that forward pack
Okay, other than Luai, would that go close to being the signing of the year?
so far.
Their bench is really exciting. Like you all know, you've got to have a good bench to.
Kurt, man.
Oh, that's right. Kurt's on the bench. No,
I
but
was waiting for it.
they do have a good bench, don't they? And and you. Well, technically, he's not named on the bench, so they swap him.
Is
at
he
the last
5'8"
minute.
this? Is he 5'8" this week
We'll look
on
at
the
that.
run-on side?
I'm not sure. I'll have to have a look at that. But he's penciled in at 13 every week, and then the last minute they change him. So technically, he's not on the bench. But they do have a good bench, and that's what's going to win your games. But Crichton, how good's he? Does he? He just gets better. and
Always
better.
delivers them.
It's more of an accurate goal kicker than Burton.
Yeah, well. And I'll tell you this one thing. People are going, oh, Luai, this, and that's has been their biggest loss to Penrith. Stephen Crichton's been Penrith's biggest loss, obviously.
Well, no, he hasn't because we've won a grand final since he left.
Yeah, but what that bloke brings to the club,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's massive. He's
And-
scored in every grand final.
he can play centre, he can play 5'8", he can play fullback, he can play wing.
Versatile.
Like, if I'm picking my 13 out of, you know, everyone in the NRL, he's definitely mine. 100% he is. And we might talk to Kurt and get him on one night.
And you might want to stop talking now because you're bringing back memories.
Oh, okay, sorry, I'm in trouble. Anyway, well, that was the week that was from Harry Schnitzels, and we'll take a short break and be back shortly. Alright guys, it's that time of night again. Time for a bit of humour. Jokes of the week.
Brought to you by The Sign Shop.
Our lovely good friend at the sign shop. I tell you what, you won't get a better bloke than them at the sign shop. They do great work, not just signs and but they do wraps and
They make heads.
make heads like at the footy. You know,
Oh,
they sell at the footy now.
Yep.
But they're actually bigger and better than the ones they sell at the footy. But they do car wraps, boat wraps, no chicken wraps. But you name it, they all wrap it. And you know, you've seen it. You've seen our ute.
Yep.
So it's actually going back in tomorrow, isn't it?
Yes.
It's still got my head on the back of it.
Not for long.
I know, right? Rude.
It's
Been
Get
sacked.
maxed.
no, it's shame. Well, we've got a bloke on the back there. It's not even in the show anymore.
Well, you have to fix that.
Yeah, so the whole back of it's getting changed with the sponsors and yeah. But
You're not going to have my head anyway?
In his lap.
Not where
That's
you
a-
expected to want to
that's
be.
all. I'll leave you pair alone for that. But yeah, good shout out, big shout out to Chris and the crew there. So
Top bloke.
off to the jokes.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, got off on a
What?
No
tangent.
more tangents?
No.
A farmer named Gary ordered a high-tech milking machine. Since the equipment arrived when his wife was out of town, he decided to test it on himself. So he inserted his manhood into the equipment, turned on the switch, and everything else was automatic. Soon he realised that the equipment provided him with much more pleasure than his wife did. When the fun was over, though, he quickly realised that he couldn't remove the instrument from his member. He read the manual but didn't find any useful information on how to disengage himself. He tried every button on the instrument but still without success. Finally, he decided to call the supplier's customer service hotline with his mobile phone. Thank God for mobile phones. Hello, I just brought a milking machine from your company. It works fantastic. But how do I remove it from the cow's udder? Don't worry, replied the customer service rep. The machine will release automatically once it's collected 2 litres.
Oh,
Have fun with that.
I'd have
Did,
fun with
did he
that.
take a little blue pill, guys, to get that?
Say again.
Did he take a little blue pill just to get that factory up and
A
running?
lot of blue pills to get that about.
How sore would you be?
that reminds you of red
Feel it
roasted
in-
chicken.
Feel it in
Skin
my
free.
member. I can feel it in my member.
Next.
There is a young guy by the name of Chris who went to work in the outback.
Oh, that's funny.
In the middle of nowhere, after a few months of only guys around and not a single woman to be found for miles, Chris goes to his boss Dean and asks, how do guys deal with not having a woman around to make love to for months on end? Dean replies, there's a barrel out behind the kitchen and there's a hole. It's got a hole in the side. Put your private part in the hole and you'll be taken care of. Chris tries out the barrel and has a huge release very quickly. He is overjoyed. He goes back to his boss and tells him that he will be using the barrel every day. Dean replied, every day but Tuesday. Chris, why can't I use the barrel on Tuesday? Dean, because that's your day in the barrel.
Must have been your day.
I just found it funny that Chris was actually working in the outback.
Oh, that's a bit harsh.
Yeah, he's more of a city boy.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, yeah. There's a postie.
Another one, or should I just leave
No.
it there?
Yeah. Go on, well, you got to be away. From
You're on a roll.
3 men by the names of Corey, Dean and Gary have a very late night drinking little dragon. They left in the early hours of the morning to go to their homes. The next day, they all met for an early little dragon and compared notes about who was most drunk the night before. Corey claims that he was the most drunk, saying, I drove straight home and walked into the house. As soon as I got through the door, I blew chunks. Dean then said, I was definitely the drunkest by far. When I got home, I got into a fight with my wife, accidentally knocked a candle over and burnt the house down. Gary then said, You think that's drunk? I got into my car when leaving you guys and wrapped it around a tree. On top of that, I don't even have insurance. The room was silent for a moment, then Corey piped up. I don't think you guys understand. Chunks is my dog. That one got ya?
Oh,
Well, I didn't cop it last week, so I was waiting for one.
Oh, apparently Chunks did.
Chunks. There you go, chunks.
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 that's a good one.
Oh, no good. But well, I might have to bring a few of the other oldies out for a show we got coming up. But we'll take a short break and we'll be back shortly. All right, guys, it's that time of night again. It's time for Talking Schmidt. Brought to you by our ever favourite Juice Bomb.
Yum.
Yum. So anyway, caller number one, who we got there?
Yeah, we got Corey, guys. How are you?
Hey, Corey, how are you, champion?
Oh, not bad, mate.
Mate, we've got the ever old Gary, ever beautiful crazy lady, Boat Boy, Courtney, and we have Mark as our guest in the studio tonight.
Yeah. Hey, guys. Hope you're having a great show.
Yep.
Mate,
Yeah, mate. Great.
What's your question for us, champion?
Okay. Based upon last year's efforts with every team, after 2 rounds, what teams have surprised you the most or been disappointed in the most after 2 rounds?
Gary?
He's not a team, though.
No, I was going to let him answer. Parramatta has to be one.
Disappointing.
I feel it's for poor Gary. And probably the one that's surprised me really is our Knights up there in the top. I wouldn't say surprised, but it's good, I suppose, that they're up there. Yeah.
Anyone else?
Manly.
Yeah.
Manly.
The two that have surprised me would be the Tigers and Raiders this season so far. Not bad.
Yep.
Not bad.
I've got Raiders as well, and Souths have won 2 on a trot.
Well, I've got Cowboys. How bad they are.
Yes, I didn't think of that one.
They're our partners.
What, Cowboys? What's his name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Cowboys, probably the Cowboys. Yeah, I didn't think of that one. Mark?
Yeah, probably the Dogs for up and the Eels, but I don't think that's a surprise. So probably the Broncos for down.
Gary, do you feel like a pincushion? Like,
Yeah.
Every day of his
I
life.
went to the toilet a while ago and it's coming out every.
At least when they're picking on you, they're leaving other people alone.
yeah, true. Yeah, so bro, I like Mark's with the Dogs too. Probably the Dogs, Tigers, Raiders are probably pretty good. Improvers. Disappointment has to go the Cowboys and the Eels.
Give us
Now, Smita, I've got another question for you.
Fire away.
For your because your beloved Knights have, after discussions at the game, when I chatted with you against the Dolphins about Dylan Brown coming to Newcastle next year.
Here comes another
Now,
tangent.
I had the opportunity to go see the reserve grade game against Newcastle and the Newtown Jets out at Henson Park in Sydney. Great ground if you ever want to go to it. But young Will Price, the way he played and orchestrated that role in the 5/8, kicking some amazing goals, fortunately missing one conversion that would have gave us a 1-point win. Why isn't he being promoted up into the first grade and you're getting Dylan Brown, who last week didn't really have a cracking game against the Tigers on the weekend?
Okay, where's the script?
What do you mean?
Yeah,
He's reading off a script. That's what it sounds like. You said
No.
exactly the same thing earlier.
Well,
word for word.
I'm kidding, by the way.
no, but I'm just saying, like, obviously it's not just me that sees it. And,
Are you twins?
no, we'll go
No.
there.
No, he looks like
Hey, that hurt.
Corey looks like George off George and Mildred.
Corey's a good fella. Good.
Yeah, but Toz, at least I don't wear a sailor's uniform at Tomigo.
Oh,
But
It's fighting words.
back to that question. Smita was saying the same thing earlier.
100%, mate. Like, as you said, like, he's kicking goals left, right, and centre, doing all the things right. So how is he not getting the run? Like, I just said to earlier on the show too, to, the crazy lady, I said, Cogger hasn't played that good, I don't feel. But if this bloke's playing much better, I know they're saying about stick with the halves and that, he's got to at least come up and be our 14 and come off the bench. And
But how many halfbacks and 5/8 does one team need? We've got, what, 6 or 7 at the moment on the roster?
well, Jackson Hastings is all but gone.
Shocking attitude, that one.
And I do believe they were shopping Cogger to the Dolphins, but they said no, thank you. So, okay, so who plays half when Gamble goes down? If that was the case, what would be good enough for Will to play then? I honestly, you've got the best player to ever play the game in Andrew John saying he should be there. You've got a player that played with him and against him in Peter Mattaudia saying he should be there. I just don't get why he doesn't get a shot at it. Someone else take it off me. Anyone else?
Yep, we're right with you. Yep.
You said it earlier.
You've said it all.
Mark?
Yeah, you're spot on. We need to blood the young ones. You know.
Yep.
We did it with Davey. We've done it with you know, a number of players, and they've come up and they've excelled.
Brody Jones is another one that's come through the system. Okay, what are you going to get? You sign Will on again for another 4 years. What are you going to get him at? Maximum 500? 600? Absolute max? You're still saving a hell of a lot of money, aren't you?
Yep.
And Dylan Brown's come out. Oh, don't get me wrong. I like Dylan Brown as a person. I think he's a great guy. I'm just talking sense from a club looking. He's even come out in his last press conference, that interview he had with the guy off 100% footy, and said, I'm not a halfback. So what the hell did we buy him for? I don't get it.
I know.
We're after a halfback, but he said he's not a halfback. So what are we buying for?
A name.
I seen the meme about when you get your tax return, you just start buying unnecessary shit, and it's very accurate.
I can't blame them. I hope he comes up and kills it. But if the person we've bought for that position says I can't fill that position, that's not my job. I'm not qualified for that.
Where's it going to put us?
What the hell are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make sense. Anyway, hope that answered your question.
Sort of.
So,
How was his defence, Cause?
yeah, how was Will Price's defence?
Made some great tackles. Didn't really let anyone get through. So yeah, and the way he captains that side is pretty good because he took on the captaincy because Thomas Kent didn't play, and yeah, pretty hot day, and yeah, he done really, really well.
I hate to wish any injury on any player. I don't, but I hope one of our halves gets the man flu and has to have a week off, and he just gets a shot just to be able to prove himself. And then, you know, he might be our 14, but honestly, I'd wrap him up. That's my opinion. If we don't, the likes of the Roosters. Okay, here you go. Ivan Cleary. Outside Nathan.
Oh wow.
Yeah, well, Jack Cole's not doing much at the moment, but again, it's like Will Price. You need to be in the first grade side. If you can't get it, way to way is to get experience or gain experience is to get experience.
But you put Will Price next to Nathan Cleary, and driven by Ivan. Anyway, mate, that hopefully that's answered your question. You're in the draw for the Sayers Inc. tattoo voucher and subscription, and or $200 cash, thanks to Sayers Inc. and the Smita Foundation. Hello.
Yeah.
Lost him? Yep, you there?
No. Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, so yeah, you're in for caller of the week, mate. So thanks for calling in, and hopefully you enjoy the rest of the show, buddy.
Yeah, I'm listening good and can't wait to see what happens next.
Thanks, champion. We appreciate it.
All right, take it easy, everyone.
All right.
See ya.
Cheers, guys.
Play calls.
Later.
All right, guys. Time for caller number 2. Who do we have there?
Doo-doo.
Well, I've been called plenty of things, but number 2 is never something I've been really called before.
Dude.
You got Simon on.
Hey, Simon, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing okay, Big Dinas. How are you?
Oh,
Speaking of Dinas, we went to KFC the other night. You know how you put a name in?
You come up
Yes.
I spelt it Dean IS on the end. The bloody bloke read it out and said, Dennis. That backfired.
Yes, well, you have to do better next time. Put Big Dinas there and see what happens.
I'll try that.
what the
Or
big
Little
Dinas?
Dinas.
Little.
Yeah, well, mate.
Speaking of things that are Dinas shaped, did you see the AFL the other night? The Richmond player, first game, he was celebrating a wonderful goal. And then he ran off, and on camera you could see his John Thomas had flopped out with his head out of his shorts.
You would have noticed that.
Well, I did watch it a few times just to make
Yeah.
sure.
The playback button's just about worn out.
Sorry, I don't watch.
think-
We don't watch AFL up here, mate.
Well, I'll tell you what,
Sorry?
I reckon he must have had 90-year-old nuts hanging on a 21-year-old's body. They were just hanging out.
Gary, was
You've
it?
been looking at me again.
Zoomed in.
Oh, mate.
My wife's putting them pictures out again.
Mate, what's your question for us, champion? And we've got a guest
Excuse
up
me.
tonight too, Mark, as well.
Oh, hello, mate. You don't want to know what I was just choking on. Sorry.
I won't ask.
Well, I wanted to know, is Brody in the team, in the starting team this week? I haven't seen the team list, and I know that Leo's out.
Yes,
So is
Brody,
Brody-
number 10.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's wonderful.
Yes, it is. I'm very, very pleased for him to get a start, and not just off the bench, but actually starting. So,
When you speak to him, of course, tell him that that Simon is a big fan as well.
yeah, I will. I'll have to get you a photo or something sent up to you, signed off him.
That'd be wonderful. Also, did anyone actually not pick the Panthers last week? Because what the hell was that?
Yeah.
You can't see it, but Kylie's giving you the finger.
They're more like Penrith Panties than Panthers, weren't they?
With panties.
Keep
Yeah.
it quiet for our
I don't think
safety.
you're a fan of the panties.
It's only
Touche.
for comfort. It's a comfort thing.
I don't know if they're on Corey, he might. But yeah, no, as I said, the crazy lady. I was supposed to get all your bad games out first, eh?
Well, I don't know. That was I expected a lot better, and of course, because everybody just loves the Roosters. It was the only time all year I think I actually was following and hoping for a Panthers win.
I thought you would have been batting for the other team.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay. I'm a fan of the Cox, yes,
Oh,
but I don't like South.
don't like South?
Why? Because they got no teeth.
Don't like South, and I don't like East, and well, actually, that might be a good thing for them. Who knows? But no, I don't like any of those Sydney teams. I don't like Manly, which is
Parramatta.
Why don't you win something first, Gary?
Oh, mate, was that your question for us? Because I'm lost.
Yes, I just wanted to find out if Brady was in the team, and of course, just to commiserate with Crazy Lady about, well, let's hope it's an anomalous performance.
It didn't hurt as bad as I thought it would.
Well, that's good because the way things are going. And anyway, we won't talk about that. So
But, mate, yeah, we're off on a trip, myself and the crazy lady, for 2 weeks. So you have the other crew in here, but not.
you're going for your cruise, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes, Terence and I like to cruise.
I bet you do.
Do you have the magnets that go on the doors?
No, it's just one in, all in.
Why not? Party.
Man overboard, indeed.
Oh, God.
You like going to bingo on those things, don't you?
No, just for some reason, I just got the the village people music come to head. You know,
Don't tell me your problems, Dean.
oh, sorry. Yeah, mate, we appreciate you calling up all the time, mate.
Look, you have a wonderful trip, you two, and I hope it's fun. I hope you get to slap a bit of big fish when you see him over there, and you're going to kidnap him and bring him back that big manly beefcake. I know.
Oh, that's the plan anyway. Or steal his shoes for another shoey anyway.
But you've well earned it, so all the best to you all, and have a lovely trip. And is Corey the captain of the boat, or?
Oh, he wishes.
He's still down at the boat ramp.
Yeah, the love boat's coming next week.
I'd say he's still down there trying to hammer in the last golden rivet.
Is Christopher in there tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, he is.
Yeah, he's sitting there. He's gone a bit.
Hello, Christopher.
He's saying
Said
hello.
He didn't hear you. A bit louder.
His legs are apart, not crossed.
When are we going to see the others?
Oh,
Do we have to?
no.
I've eaten. Thanks.
That's on the live show. We can do that. But, mate, I appreciate your call, but,
No others.
yeah, no others tonight. Oh,
It's always wonderful to speak to you all, team.
yeah, you too, champion. And say, how's Terence?
Oh, Terence is okay. He had to go to the doctor. He's broken out in some sort of rash, and I don't know what's going on. Just all around his bottom. So I've been having to rub cream in there and everything. It hasn't been very pleasant.
Do you rub the cream for him?
Well, he can't do it himself. He's too fat to reach his arms around behind him.
Sometimes I...
Just-
Internally as well.
Just no.
sometimes
All
I-
around the little opening, yes.
There's actually, the ginger cat has a mangrove rash. Something to do with a mangrove rash.
Mango.
So,
He gets a bit of swamp ass, does he?
oh, yeah. So next time he's on, you have to hit him up about that. Maybe it's the same thing, but sometimes I wish I never asked the question. But thanks for calling in, mate. And
You can poke your mind's eye out now, can't you?
I read an article once that you got to wash them leather G-strings at least twice a week.
Gary, that wasn't an article. That was the instructions on your G-banger,
Hey,
wasn't
come on. Shh.
Anyway, thanks for your call, champion, and we'll catch you. Might see you on the
it?
boat.
Bye. Love, lots of love. Bye, team.
See ya,
Bye.
mate. Bye.
All right, guys, it's time for caller number 3. Who we got there?
Good evening. This is Paul here from the Red Fern, Rabbitohs supporter.
Hey,
And
champion.
good evening to you all. Yeah.
How are you, buddy? And those you don't know, Paul's actually on the Curry Radio that I get on from time to time. So,
Yep.
yeah, a good supporter of the show.
Yeah, well, I love the show, and it's great to be talking to you all tonight. And I mean, look, for the Rabbitohs, what a great start to the season! Like 2 from 2. Oh, you know, I'm happy.
No one expected him to beat St George last week, Paul. So
No, it was only look, it's a field goal, but 2 points is 2 points. Like that's it. We take it out, and you know, I'm pretty pleased. I think it'll be a tough one against Cronulla this week. But look, we've got a pretty good side. Uncle Wayne's running on there, so you know, it's looking all right. You know?
Yeah, and you know, with Murray out and Latrell, you're doing well. They've yet to come back. Well, is Murray out for the season?
most part of it.
He's gone for the season. I think Latrell's about eight rounds, and then but young Jai Gray has really filled that spot very, very well. You know, he's not massive, but geez, he's got a big heart. He's got the heart like Farlap. You know,
I'm impressed.
He's putting in.
I'm impressed with the bear. What's his name?
Humphreys.
Oh, he's all right. And I tell you what, he'd have to be the biggest halfback. Not the tallest, but the biggest halfback in the game, I reckon, because, I mean, Nathan Cleary would be the tallest, but he's a big, solid man, and he's slotted in there beautifully.
Yeah, no.
Another bloke that's impressed as well is Keon Kalamatungi. He's lost about 10 kilos during the off-season.
Yes, true.
He's looking the goods, isn't he? He's had the hair trimmed and the 10 kilos, and he's playing all right too. You know, he's a South junior, so we're obviously very proud of him, and he's putting in. I think. Look, you know, if it's only early in the season, I know, but Wayne's got him looking all right, and I think I think we'll have a good year, to be really honest.
Well, you got Ewan Aiken to come back from injury too. There's another signing that they got from the Dolphins.
And good to have Campbell Graham back.
Yeah.
Campbell Graham's been playing the house down, and it's interesting. I think Hubner, I think he's out for that sort of. It was a bit of a crusher, but not a full-on, not enough to deserve 2 weeks out. But what gets me is with this match review committee is that. Oh, gee, they're up and down. Like Valentine Home takes out Jai Arrow, so we lose him for the rest of the game, and he didn't even have the ball. But Valentine Home's facing a fine, and the South Sydney player probably got one red eye and one green eye. But the South Sydney Hubner's out for 2 weeks.
Yeah, the inconsistency
right.
is a joke.
It is, isn't it?
It's an absolute joke.
It's probably just a name. If you're a high-profile name, you get off.
Yeah, well, it certainly looks that way, But speaking of high-profile names, I mean, what do you guys think of the Dylan Brown signing for up there at the Knights?
There it is.
Everyone's talking about it, hey?
Hold it.
I just the 10 years, the money, and the fact that he's even openly admitted he's not a halfback is what's got me. I mean, he could come up here and change.
Time will tell.
Time will tell. I don't dislike the bloke. I actually like him, but my issue is if we lose Will Price. That is my issue.
Yeah. I reckon he'll go all right. I think that he's a good player. In a good side like the Knights, I think he'll really shine. That's just my opinion.
Oh, yeah,
it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, but if they've got it to spend, good on them. And, he's a good, honest footballer, and he pretty much doesn't bring himself into disrepute or anything like that. He's got a pretty clean record, so,
I just think our membership will go up next year to pay for him. But
He's also there's a lot of pressure on him to join the club, and with that amount of money to start off with and to play halfback, it's a lot of pressure.
yeah, but for that kind of money, he was never staying at Parramatta. I don't care what Parramatta offered him for that kind of money.
Let's just hope for the money that he actually performs.
Well, look, you got some real key players there, haven't you? Like, I just love that Kalen Ponga. I mean, look, he's just amazing. And, you put Dylan Brown in a team with Ponga and a few others. I mean, it's going to be looking pretty good. Fletcher Sharp, I mean.
Best.
Well done to them, I reckon. And the Knights got plenty of money. They're backed by that West group, aren't they? So,
yeah, but we don't have a sombrero like the Roosters. That's the problem.
No. But, that's just it, right?
Anyway, mate, we appreciate your call. We love having you listen.
Loved it.
Give us, mate. You're a valid member of our
We're right behind you, mate. Right behind you guys, and a happy new league year. And I hope we all have a good year. And hopefully we might get you on next week or something, mate. I think, and just have a bit of a yarn.
I'm actually in New Zealand for 2 weeks, champion. So
we'll wait until you return, eh?
Yeah, as soon as I come back, let's jump in. I'll jump on board, and we might have.
I'd love it.
We might even be able to
it.
throw a little nighttime prize pack down there to give away through the year for all your listeners down there.
Thanks, mate. Much obliged, and have a good night to you all.
Nah, too easy, mate. Always a pleasure for me to come on your station and talk to you. I enjoy it.
Thanks, mate.
It's a privilege.
Thanks.
Take care.
All the best.
Thanks, champion.
Good night.
Mate.
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
He's actually a really good guy. And so who are we giving caller of the week to this week, guys?
There's only one.
Simon. Simon, you get our tattoo voucher or the $200 thanks to the Smita Foundation and Nighttime Podcast and Sayers Inc. So is that you for this week, for the next 2 weeks?
Yes. Maybe I'll hang around and skip the holiday just so I can be here.
As if you will. Holiday of me, how could you pass that up?
True.
Anyway, guys, we'll take another short break and thanks again for everything you do, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yep.
And we'll take a short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back, and time for Teamless Tuesday.
Yep.
And I'm Unfortunately, we have no internet tonight too, so I have to do it off my phone. So just excuse me. Yeah, Telstra. Say no more.
Exactly.
First game Thursday. The Melbourne Storm against Penrith Panthers.
Should be a good one.
Yeah, no Dylan Edwards.
Yeah, but Dane Laurie takes that spot. And you can, I know he's not an Edwards, but he's a little bit of an ex-player.
When he's on, but he's up and down. I feel. Still a good side. I still think they're lacking in the 5'8" department. Jack Cole. To be honest, that's why I reckon a Will Price in that system could probably go well.
Rob Schneider's on the bench this week, so you could.
Oh, Robson.
Yeah. Yeah, so we could probably.
Yeah, Brad Schneider.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he could slip in, to be honest.
Yes.
He's
a little bit more experienced than Jack Cole.
But you have a look at the Melbourne team. Pappenhausen.
Very strong. Very strong side.
Yeah, Howard, Meany, Coates, Munster, Hughes, Stefano.
Pukatumano.
Harry Grant.
Josh King, Sean Bloor. This goes on.
Phenomenal, isn't it?
Grand final rematch, guys.
Yes, but no. You can't really call it a grand final rematch because they're missing Loy, they're missing Fish, they're missing Charuba. So it's not.
Edwards.
It is, but it isn't. Edwards.
It's the teams, but not the players.
They always say that, but the following year. But
Gary.
I'm going Storm.
Storm? Mark?
Mainly because Kylie's already left.
Oh, right.
I won't get jabbed in the ribs.
Oh, look, Storm as well. You can't go past them.
Especially down here at Melbourne. If it was back here at Penrith, you could have went, maybe a little bit more, but Melbourne at Melbourne, no Dylan Edwards.
I hope it's a good game, not the blowouts.
Nelson Asafa Solomona, is he back?
yes.
Is he?
He is he? Sorry, I just lost my...
That's a unit.
Ooh. No, he's not.
I thought he was on the extended bench.
No. Well, it's down the bench, but he won't make it on. Yeah. So...
Right.
Oh, well, that's another down. I'm going to take
Kylie's not here.
Storm. Already got in trouble. And, Teamless Tuesday was brought to you by Extreme Indoor Go-Karts, too. Yeah.
You been there?
We'll be getting on them.
You got it.
Corey.
Storm. Got to go Storm.
Gonna back the Storm. Very strong team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Panthers play good, but
They could do it. Well, I mean, Ivan Cleary's a master coach, but...
I watched them with the Roosters, but I don't have much faith, to be honest.
No, I don't think...
Love you, Kylie.
I don't
Please
think
don't
they're
hurt
going to do it, but hey, you never know. You never know.
You never know. It's anyone's game, really.
Yeah. Moving on to the next one on Friday night, the Roosters up against the Warriors. The Warriors get 2 home games in a row.
Yeah.
And I can see this going the Warriors' way.
Yeah. I'm actually going to take the Warriors too on last week's performance. I know the Roosters played well, but you got to travel over there, and it's probably the hardest road trip of the competition. On last week's performance, and the half, what's his name,
Metcalf, yeah.
played pretty good, and I think Fisher Harris and Mitch Barnett are only going to grow together. Form a decent partnership pack there. I'm going to take the Warriors, Gaz.
Warriors.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, Warriors, mainly because they're playing at home. Roosters did well, but they weren't great.
Nah, well, yeah. Spencer Linu is back for the Roosters. That's one bonus. Up against his old mate, Fisher Harris. So that'll be interesting in itself. But yeah, I think the Warriors will be too strong, Corey.
Yeah, I'm going to go the Warriors. Just based on last week's form, I think they'll be buoyed by that now, and they'll want to go out with another big home crowd on Friday night and give these Roosters a bit of a touch-up.
Corey?
I'm going to back the Warriors back home, still at home. No, plenty of rest. I reckon they'll I'll take the Roosters.
Yeah, I think we all tend to agree on that one. It's definitely going to be
They
a good
just play
game.
great
Actually.
at home. They really do.
They
Every time.
love their footy over there too, don't
They
they?
do.
Good crowds.
Great culture.
Yeah. I wish, like, obviously we're going to New Zealand, but we're not at that part. I wish we could get over there, and I would have went for sure. Anyway, moving on to Friday night, the Brisbane Ponies up against the Cowgirls. Oh, mate, this is going to be a cricket score, I think.
I don't think it will be.
Well,
Cowgirls have to pick their skirts up and run a bit better.
You always say when you've had 2 losses, you're always closer to or a couple of losses, you're always closer to a win.
let's hope for you after all, guys.
I was about to say that.
No, well, honestly, going off last week's form, the Broncos would have got their
Act together.
they would have had a real kick in the butt this week. That's at home for the Broncos. The Cowboys were absolutely disgraceful, to be honest, I thought. I reckon the Broncos will do them and do them well.
Yep, same.
No.
Yeah, well, Broncos won the last 4 against the Cowboys. Cowboys are good at Suncorp, but, the last form, Reynolds is close to getting into 3rd on the NRL point scoring list.
And he's forming a good combination with, what's his name? Ben Hunt. So, yeah.
Back him in for 12, get it in front of the home crowd, and everyone will go nuts.
Yeah, I like the sound. If you're a Bronco supporter, it's looking good for them. I know they lost to Canberra last week, but I don't think many teams would have beat Canberra last week. But they'll bounce back for that one, that's for sure. Broncos for me.
Yeah, I've got to go the Broncos, even though I think the Cowboys will give a good account of themselves.
Courtney.
I'm going to go Broncos as well. Strong team. Yeah.
We can say, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. We seem to be
That's
agreeing on
pretty
most
much
of
it.
it.
Cowboys were disgraceful last week.
Oh, absolutely.
Turn that shit right off.
Absolutely. The Sharks and Rabbits on Saturday night. This could be a pretty good game, actually.
I was going for Broncos.
Oh, sorry, didn't I ask you? I would have asked him first, didn't I?
Yeah, you said
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's the old one.
It's getting late.
You got dementia, mate.
As far as he's
But bedtime.
Got sundowners.
Bed.
he needs his slippers and his cookies.
And his milk.
The milk.
No, that was the milking machine. You're not bringing that in here, all
The
right?
Milky Bars are on me.
He needs the udders.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, I'm going
Anyway, Sharks and
Rabbits.
Rabbits. This could potentially be one of the games of the round. This looks a cracking hard one. Gaz.
I'm going the Sharks. The Rabbits are $5.10.
Holy.
Get on them. Get on them.
Look, chuck $10 on. See what happens.
I'll lose $10.
No, we're not betting on the Eels.
Mark?
Yeah, I'll go the Bunnies, even though long odds, but they tend to do well. They're looking at
well last week.
a 3-0 start, which hasn't happened for
Hopefully it's a
5,
good
6
game.
years. So.
And I'm not convinced by the Sharks, to be honest. I know people going, they play, they're going to be this.
No.
I still think they'll choke. They will choke. I think the problem is number 7, which without being harsh, like I think he's a fish out of water. He's got to go back to 1. Personally,
During his interview, he was talking about they don't have formulated players. It's 6 or 7 takes the lead whenever they want. Whoever they want can kick. So there's no real structure. So a little bit ad hoc, which doesn't work all the time.
straight away, yeah, you're off a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna go with you blokes and take the. Oh, I'm gonna take the Rabbits, but I'm not 100% convinced. I could go away, but I'll take the Rabbits.
I'll go the safe bet. I will go the Sharks at home.
I'm not convinced with that. Yeah, Courtney.
I'm going to go the Sharks as well.
Yeah.
Home game. Not a fan of the Bunnies.
Same here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still not as bad as the Eels, but,
Oh,
they're
no, it's
not,
that bad.
they're not that far off.
Sorry, guys.
Gary, we love you. Up the top.
Next one, the Dolphins and the Tigers.
Sort of.
Up there in Queensland.
This is actually another really good game.
Well, the Dolphins can't play that badly as they did last week, to be honest. I
The
don't,
side's good on
Parrot
paper.
can, but not the Dolphins.
because I don't think the Dolphins play well at all.
They didn't.
Nah.
Their side's good on paper.
Oh, 100% they have. They got, you know,
Just so many mistakes at the Knights game. I just like standing in front of the line, in front of the ball. Like, how many times do they get picked up for that? Like, what are you doing?
But you have a look at their team on paper.
I know. Just having a
The
shot.
Hammer, Jermaine Asako, Herbie Farmworth,
Beep, beep.
beep, beep. And I'm just not convinced with Cody Nikarima. But their forward pack, you know, Daniel Saifidi, Felice Kafusi, Tommy Gilbert, Max Plath. Well, no.
They got a big pack.
Falling apart without Bennett, maybe.
Yeah,
I
but
know they got a good, strong coach to come in, but still, like,
yeah, he's a what's his name? Christian Wolf. He's a good coach.
Yeah.
Good coach.
but maybe it's just an adjustment time between changing between coaches, perhaps.
Hopefully they just got a little second round jitters, but
Yeah.
Ride it out a bit.
but then you got the Tigers. Tigers played well, but it was only Parramatta. But I think they're only going to get better as the season goes on. Gaz.
Dolphins ends up.
I'd like the Tigers. I'd like the Tigers to rock the Dolphins.
I'm the same. Any team that's got Jerome Luai, Lockie Galvin,
He played well. Didn't
Appy Coruscant is back, so that's going to be a huge bonus.
I like the spine, even Buller.
Yeah, and then you know your forward pack. Yeah, and then Hunt off the bench, off the back fence. It's loving off the back fence, isn't it? So yeah, I'll take the Tigers.
So do I. I'll take. Sorry, excuse me, Wob. You already go. Tigers. I'll take them as well.
I bet you will. Oh, what-
Courtney.
I'm going to back the Tigers as well. Just seeing Luai, leading them on last week, I thought it was brilliant. So I'm hoping to see a bit more come from that. Bit of Penrith grunt. I'm
Yeah,
hoping to see in it.
Yeah, it's,
Tigers have just been the butt of it lately in the past few years, so it'd be good to see them actually get up somewhere.
yeah, the West Panthers. Good, isn't it? Anyway,
This one's obvious.
Titans and the Knights. Pretty happy. Sad to see Leo out for 4 weeks. That is confirmed 4 weeks too. I spoke to Leo last night, so straight from the horse's mouth. But I am glad to see number 10, Brody Jones, get
Yeah.
the start. So
Origin.
yeah, and even went straight from not being 18th man, not to the bench. Yeah, we took everyone on the bench as well to start and prop. So good on Broads. Yeah, apart from that, there's
John Carr comes back in for a bit more speed.
it's
Knights are $1.90. The Titans are $1.94.
Yeah, how's that work?
So not much.
Misprint?
So they're saying there's not much between them.
Yeah, well,
The Knights obviously losing Kai Pearce, Leo, and was there anybody else?
Kai Pearce, Leo. Yeah, that's I
Because
think that's
Jacob Safidi was supposed to be injured, so he must have.
it. Jacob's fit.
So he's good.
Yeah, Brody Jones, Dylan Lucas, Tyson Frizzell, Adam Elliott.
got a
yeah.
strong team.
The bench consists of Jaden Brayley, Jack Heverington, Thomas Kent, and Matt Croker. I think this is our hoodoo ground, isn't it? All the time we seem to lose against the Titans. Is this? Oh, I hate to tip against. I can't tip against my boys, but I don't know. The Titans started turning it around in the second half against the Dogs. We've got to be wary of that.
Yes.
But I'm going to take the Knights, Gaz.
Knights. That's a given.
Is there any other?
I'll take the Knights, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Titans win.
Let's hope you're wrong. Courtney.
I'm definitely going to take the Knights. I think we've got a very, very strong side. Just the first, just down to the first six there, like first six players.
And I look at the Titans too, and you know they've got a pretty good team on paper. But like Preston Campbell's, Jaden Campbell, and Brimson in the half, all good. Regan Campbell-Gillard's finding his feet there. Tino, Big Tino's back. What's his? How do you say his last name there?
Farsui Malalali.
He's a good pronouncer over there.
I should have been a commentator.
No, you shouldn't.
No.
You got to head for radio.
Stick to shaving.
Well, I can still do that.
Good, mate. Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Can I just say, the Titans jersey, just as opposed to all the other jerseys, not a great looking jersey. I don't know if that's popular opinion. I just think it's not very standoutish.
Oh, to be
Not very
honest,
flash.
I like the Dolphins.
Dolphins actually looks pretty good,
Yeah,
I will
like
say.
the black and that.
Yeah,
Raiders Vegas. As
Yes.
you said before.
Yeah, kills
Hands
it.
down, it's the best.
the Titans
Raiders
is just
Vegas?
very underwhelming.
Panthers Vegas is second. I like those two.
Come in third.
The all
Come in
black
third.
version of the
Bananas
Panthers.
and pajamas.
That has to be the bottom. That has to be the last one. That was the most
Yeah.
hideous. Not because I'm able to show you.
No, everyone was saying they should have the blue shorts.
Oh, yeah.
Blue
100%.
with the yellow, not yellow with a bit of
blue
blue.
shorts there, and it changes it up a bit.
Very bright.
Or even. Yeah,
Looks
no.
like a bunch of custard running around the field.
Well, there is a few custard chuckers running in that side.
Oh, God.
There's no junket punches anyway.
Thank God Simon's not on the road. Anyway, next one, Sunday, 23rd of March, the Parramatta Eels up against the informed Bulldogs. There is a few changes to this one. I'm not really liking it, to be honest.
Oh, Zach Lomax in number 4.
So why is Bailey Hayward at number 6 and not Kurt Mann, for God's sake?
Don't get me
You might
started.
start
eh?
something.
Yeah, Kurt Mann's been actually not even at 13, which he has been in the last 2 weeks, but then at the last minute they've changed.
He's a 14.
He's back to 14. But you
That can't help it.
but you're seeing Kurt when Kurt come on to replace what's his name?
Who? Burton.
Burton. And Critter was at 6. And then when it changed, when they put him back to the centres and Kurt went in, things changed.
The first run
Straight away.
the first run that Kurt Mann did from 5'8" changed the attack straightened, and from that moment they got the roll on.
He scored a try, and mate, honestly, I think he'll end up. I don't know.
An immortal for you?
No, Bailey Hayward, isn't he? Doesn't he usually? He's more of a second row, isn't that?
Nah, he has. I think he is a half, but yeah, or hooker. Yeah.
Yeah, not convinced on that one.
Unless-
I'll take the Dogs because
Safe.
it's a safe option with that one, isn't it? But in saying that, Parramatta will probably come and pull their pants down. It's going to happen one day, but no, I don't think this week. I think the Dogs are still too good.
I think the Dogs will win, but I'm Parramatta. So, Parramatta.
Yeah.
If the Eels are going to win, it's probably this one with the Dogs out. But I'm going with the Dogs.
Yeah, especially I'm still with the Dogs, especially with like class of Crichton and co. Yeah,
I'm going the Dogs, but how's Parramatta paying $2.77 when they're last in the comp at the moment? Shouldn't they be like $5?
Maybe they're thinking that
$11.
one of these games they're going to win.
yeah, but that's the thing, like
That's short odds though for a team that's
Yeah.
hardly
not a-
scored any points.
Shorter than Panthers.
That's right.
Yeah.
yeah, but that's the thing too. Like they lost Burton, but Burton hasn't been that good. I know Viliame kick out too, but Burton had. I haven't been impressed with Burton. to be honest.
Surprises me. That price.
Anyway, the last one for the week.
I didn't get to pick mine.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Oh, you're down there, right?
Bulldogs. But I will say it's going to be interesting. It's not a one-man band, but it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen now with Lomax back in the 4. So,
He needs to go back on the wing.
Yep.
yeah.
But I think
Somebody else got a
maybe
love affair
when
with
Mitchell
Lomax.
gets back on, goes on to
I
the
think
wing.
Zach Lomax is a great player. He's just
So
Play-
sorry.
Yeah, like I said, somebody else has got a love affair for Lomax.
So you admit
But-
that.
I can take the backward step now.
playing in
I bet you
the playing in the correct position that he's good at, which is winger.
And what position's that, Corey?
Brilliant. Downward dog. Well, that's what it's going to be.
Anyway,
Sunday.
so it's the
You,
dogs.
you said right in it. Good.
Anyway,
Blues now.
the Ben Chickens up against the Raiders. It's at Pothole Land.
I'm going the Raiders.
It'll always be Pothole Land, even though it's four
Four
Pines
Pines.
Park. Gaz?
Raiders. Turbo's out, isn't
Yeah.
No, Tom
he's not.
Turbo is.
he? In.
I thought he was out, but
Oh, yeah.
name.
Yes.
What about Dale Charron? Is he good?
Daly Cherry Evans, his name
He's
as
in.
well.
Right, so they've all interesting.
Yeah, I'm going
Yeah.
to take the. I'm going to take the Eagles here, only because it's at 4 Pines.
I'm
sorry.
taking the Raiders. I think they'll put it together like they did.
Oh, a night squad never backs Manly, even if they're at home.
Oh,
So there's shame there, firstly, but
True.
Raiders have been playing great. So it'll be now.
I've got to start thinking this year with me cap and not me heart, because in one of the other comps I lost by 2 points of winning $600. So got to think of me brain, not me heart this year. Corey.
Yeah, I'm going to go the Raiders.
Raiders.
Yeah, I'm going to go the Raiders as well.
All right, that's our tips for this week, and Teamless Tuesday. So we'll take a short break and come back and wrap it all up for this week. All right, guys, that was a show for this week, and thanks to our sponsors. We did do one segment that we usually do tonight because of the internet issue we have. So a shout out to Chateau de Fairhall and Sayers Inc. Chateau de Fairhall is going to have some sauce for us very soon.
Can't wait.
It's called Smita sauce.
Chris makes a good sauce. Can confirm.
So
See if you can do a white silver fox.
the reason why it's called that is because a big percentage of it's going to the Smita Foundation.
Ah, okay.
Yes, not
Good
because
cause.
Yeah, so that's where all this. Is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Leave me out on the side. So.
The
I'm
first.
taking a lot of white sauce from you.
Give Terrence a call and Simon. They might be interested in that
They'll
one.
buy a box load of it.
Yeah, but I think he's donating so many bottles first, and the whole profits go to us, and then a percentage out of every bottle after that is going to it as well. So, also a big shout out to the Next Level Takeaway that is doing a nighttime footy feast. So, check this out, and it's Friday, Saturday night, I believe, for the footy. It's pizzas and garlic bread and Coke, I think it is. So check it out. It's a nighttime footy feast.
Hungry.
Here you got plenty of prizes to give away this year, mate.
Yeah, we do. We have just starting them off this week, but we got heaps coming. Heaps of good stuff. Obviously, Sayers Inc. tattoo vouchers, but we also have.
The workplace of the week, and the first week we're going to give it to Terry Chris Smith,
And what was their workplace?
Aramex Newcastle.
All right, so
done.
you are the first one into the draw for the $500 hip pocket workwear voucher and the luncheon, thanks to Next Level Takeaway, which yummy pizzas. God, they have some good pizzas. They're not just your meat and chicken, but they have your dessert pizzas, and they're good. So yeah, it's
Don't,
cracking.
don't forget, guys, to get out there and with these these businesses and tag your mates and
Get in there.
get in there
Have a
and
bit of fun. But we also got starting off next week too the the Chateau de Fairhall pictures of the
yes,
each week.
Yes.
If you're at a game or anything, just send in your picture. Doesn't have to be, it can be anything at the game.
our worthy
football game?
one of our worthy winners was last.
Yeah, Mark.
Yes,
He actually
yes,
won last year.
yeah,
Awesome prizes.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's one of 2 fridges, and I might even throw it out there. It doesn't have to be an NRL game. It can be a local game, eh?
Yeah, why not?
Local game, women's, men's, juniors.
Because some people can't get to the
That's right.
big games.
That's right. A lot of people out the country. So, so that kicks off this week. So send your entries in, and also we had the new one for last week.
Yeah, the motorised esky. given away this year. Thanks
yeah.
to the
Did we get to test drive it first?
Smita
No.
Foundation,
Not you.
is that correct?
Sorry?
Put pinstripes
The
on.
motorised esky giveaway by the Smita
Yeah, through the Smita
Smita
Foundation,
Foundation.
and obviously us at the podcast. Yeah, that we had a first winner for that.
Yes, and that was Kate Reynolds.
So she's into the draw for the motorised esky.
Yeah.
So watch the code word this week. It's as simple as that. All you got to do is you'll see the code word come up on the screen and just email it into the email provided, and bang, you're in the draw. It's as simple as that.
Simple as that. Can't get any simpler.
No, and you can enter every week. Like you can enter, what was it? Oh no, 22 rounds or something. And then your final. So like probably 30 weeks we do a show. You can enter 30 times.
Yeah.
So you got 30 entries into that draw. The chances are pretty good.
Yep.
So, I mean, and we also have the NRL jersey of your choice in a table sign coming up soon as well too. So yeah, we'll keep plugging that, and that'll be when I come back from New Zealand. So I think that's about it.
Pretty much it. I want to thank all our sponsors again. Can't do a show without them.
Yep. Yeah, got some nice gear coming from our Hip Pocket Workwear on Thursday, so you guys will have to wait till I get back.
Looking forward to it.
Damn.
Yeah, no, it's some really good stuff. But big shout out to all of our sponsors. Big shout out also to Delicious Drinks, Juice Bomb, sending us up more drinks as well and jumping on board. An absolute legend of a guy. Marchie from Maitland Bathroom Renovations, he'll be in next week in my chair. Big shoes to fill, Marchie. Purnell Trophies does a lot for us. He's doing a lot as well. Actually, I'll let it slip out now. We are doing a mental health round with Peter Mentaldia. Excuse me. We're looking at doing a mental health round with a couple of clubs. So keep an eye out that with Purnell Trophies. Yeah, lots of stuff coming. But yeah,
That's it. Thanks to all the crew again.
yep.
Chad,
Thanks, Mark, coming in.
everybody
Come back
else.
next week.
Yeah.
I'll be
And Chad, Chris, Jason, my beautiful wife does a lot behind the scenes to help get this running. Portia, and our editor Adam.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to give a little sort of send to you, mate. Have a lovely holiday for the next 2 weeks. Have travel safe, and we'll see you when you get back.
Oh, I could get locked up for trying to steal fish, but yeah, no, it would be good. Looking forward to it. It's long overdue for me and the wife, and looking forward to it, and actually going to a part of the world that I've never been to before. So
I'm jealous because I'd love to go to New Zealand.
yeah, well, also you never know. I could take a camera and do some fun stuff over there. You just never know.
Oh, we don't want to see that.
Oh no.
Actually, if you do go zip lining,
I can't. I'm too fat for that.
but if you
I'm
do,
too
I
heavy.
want to see the video.
But there is things that we will be doing, like myself, Portia, and the kids. I'm not sure if Kylie is doing the flow rider, which is on the back of the boat. It's the surfing on
Yeah, that'd be good.
indoor skydiving and those kind of things. But
Challenge for you. Borat outfit on the zip line.
Oh,
what's his obsession with? Anyway, guys,
And you think I go to the boat ramp a lot? I think he's secretly
I think he takes you.
he's the conductor.
Anyway, guys, we have a lot of fun on here, and in 2 weeks' time when I'm back, I have a major announcement for the show. So
He's sacking me.
no, that's cool. But yeah, stay tuned for 2 weeks, and we'll let the cat out the bag. So until
Dean.
our Smita glasses. Don't forget the Smita glasses. It all goes to the Smita Foundation, and we will definitely, myself and the crazy lady, be back in 2 weeks. But these crocodiles, and I'll leave it all in their safe hands and Mark's, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see the show without me on it. It's actually, I'm excited to see the show from a different perspective. So I'm looking forward to it. So enjoy, guys, and catch you in 2 weeks.
Have fun, be safe.
Until next week.
It's all about league.
He's pretty good. You're a good girl, Chris.
Look at the size of that bloke's ball bag.
Screen, they're not straight, and then our drinks
They kept
behind
getting
them.
moved. I don't know why they
Don't
kept
worry, neither's Corey.
Well, that's what.
Oh! Bring up people with a different voice and do a prank phone call.